Oh, I'm like, you could bring the ring light, but
don't play. We about to have
the ring light got the socket thingy.
Just do whatever you're doing. It's fine. It's the show before the show. I just want to make sure
before the show shouldn't be making a whole sandwich.
Yes, it should.
I can hear you guys now. Hi. So I just have to have that empty block. Is that all right?
But you're gonna have to mute one of them.
It's this one.
Yeah, it's that one.
Am I live?
Is there any way to X out of that?
Are you live? Oh, we are live. Oh, hi. You didn't even give us a warning. You just.
But I feel like I can't hear them. Can we turn it up? Oh, sister.
Can you guys hear me?
You right or whatever. You know, I haven't done this podcast yet in a minute.
Are we live?
There we go.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
What we look like?
What we look like? I look like
because y'all know I can't see it until after the fact, I feel. Oh, okay. Oh, we are live and we got people watching.
Hi, guys.
My apologies to the people.
Do you want to set that?
Wait, are we live? Can I see this? Am I seeing it?
We definitely are.
Okay. We are. So you guys are gonna have to read the comments because I don't think that I can do both. That is way too much multitasking for me, and I'm way too green to this.
You're way too green.
Yeah, I'm way too green.
I can take over that. I got you.
Good looks.
Can I get some volume?
That's so funny how Miss Mofilla is too.
Huh?
You can't hear it in the headphones?
I can, but it's just like it's not loud enough.
You can't hear it good? Can I?
Yeah, I can, but I feel like you're so far away, so I'm just
you
trying
want
to
to pull that?
Yeah, no. Can you just adjust the volume there? Like on your laptop, bring the volume up.
Oh, I'm like, what did I do? I don't know how to help y'all.
You know, Mo, you're not really that coordinated. I'm like, what's going on?
Don't do me like that. You caught me off guard. I wasn't thinking we was coming in to do a full setup. I thought I was just coming in to plug up my laptop. Damn it.
You ain't even know you was doing all that, huh?
I ain't know.
You ain't even know.
You know.
That you up.
I'm a little extra sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's fine. I value a good extra person, because that brings an added flair and pizzazz.
Yeah,
we know you love flair.
Y'all know where I'm at right now. Okay, Cupid.
Ow. Okay, Cupid.
Okay, Cupid. Okay, Cupid. That's why they named it like that, because it was like, okay, Cupid, I see you.
Facts.
Just like that. So let me just check to make sure that you guys all sound right. Patricia and Mo, just give me a little 1, 2.
One check.
1, 2. You see, like they can't be 5,000 extra people. She said 1, 2. You give her that 1, 2. That's it.
I was about to rap. Though.
Oh, look, Marie, you have another. I mean, Joe Badu, you have another one. Oh, fuck. I fucked up already.
Yes.
Let's start over.
Got rid of the split screen.
No, because I clearly don't know how to do this right.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited, and I just can't. You know that I actually look forward to this day all the time now. Like every week, I look forward to Fridays because I get to, politic with my homies. And that's very interesting, and I love it. Do you guys like my new glasses?
They're cute.
Yeah, those are dope.
Thank you.
I'm into them.
Where did I get them from? I don't know, but I'm for it. I fucks with it. Ew.
That's gonna be throughout this whole episode.
Ew.
Megan's my spirit animal, so I'm gonna all day. Okay.
I heard.
Pre-warning.
We know Trish is a guest, but I'm gonna put Trish to work. Where's your phone at, Trish?
My phone?
Yep.
Put it to work. Let her know how it's gotta be.
Oh, you're gonna make me read the comments?
Way.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
I think my phone is right behind that pillow.
See, this is what happens when I let people borrow my computer and then I don't got no computer. You see it? And it's just rude.
Did you text me the Zoom?
No, I just.
What up, Ricky Grant Jr.? What up, Jamila? Hi, Rochelle. I can't see anybody else. Can I see you? Can I see you? I can't. So y'all gonna have to just big up the people that is popping in. We're gonna get started right about now. I had everything set up to be able to play the intro. But let me just. I know it sounds far away, but I'm gonna have it better next week. Okay, every day it gets a little bit better, and it's gonna get better right now. So, can you hear it?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
All right.
So I don't have an app. Well, because I don't really do it like that.
Well, there goes that.
Well, there
Anyway,
goes that.
welcome to another
That's
welcome
fine.
to another episode of Henny and Hot Wings Live, where the show is reserved for sound check.
Yeah.
Patricia making her sandwiches, Mo showing her camel toe, and Joe
A whole
Badu
bunch of shit.
having a whole conversation aside from what she's supposed to do. That was rude. That was
My
rude.
apologies.
We have a guest too.
Yeah. Well, Patricia was making a sandwich.
Patricia's not making a sandwich. She's right here.
Wasn't she making a sandwich before?
Girl,
No,
what
that was me.
sandwich? I was in here the whole time.
Oh, that was Jill making a
It
sandwich?
was Jill making a
Girl.
sandwich.
Oh, I didn't. I couldn't.
Now, I know we both Haitian, but really? Really, hot sauce?
I don't. Is this gonna be
Like
a
that.
Haitian theme ass show?
Is it?
Because
I'm not
last,
Haitian.
No.
last week we had a Haitian guest. This
Oh,
week
yeah, that's
we got a Haitian
right.
guest. I want to know what's up.
Maybe is it me? Is it me? Do I just love the Haitians?
Oh no, that's me. I love the Haitian. Well, I kind of quit on Haitian men a while ago because
Wow.
although they're amazing and I love
No,
them,
that was the best decision ever made.
they ain't a lot of shit there.
There ain't a lot of shit. Well, apparently I have a magnet for the Haitian men. Apparently.
Patricia, as a Haitian woman, do you date Haitian men?
Les sigh.
That sigh was very telling. It was very telling. I
Yeah.
feel you.
So, you know, like, I don't really want to marry one. That's not really in the stars for me. But
That's fine.
apparently, that's all that's walking this God Green's work at right now in Boston.
Yeah,
is
that
just
is
Haitian men. So,
Yeah, the Zoes are large and in charge right now. It's kind
Heavy.
You know?
Heavy.
Yeah. Oh, but before we get into all of that, we're gonna start out. We're gonna start out. I'm Miss Hot Sauce. I'm the host of
This
Henny
thing.
and Hot Wings of this one, Henny and Hot Wings. And with me, I have my two amazing co-hosts. We'll start with Miss Joe Badu.
Oh,
She's
stop
in the
dancing.
screen that way.
can we drive the boat?
Yeah, we can try it.
Why she doing that?
So,
Bye.
okay, boat.
I know it's Hennessy and Hot Wings, but we're
That's
gonna do
fine. We
a
are
Duce edition.
alcohol friendly. Joe Badu, who are you?
I'm Joe Badu. That's who I am.
Wow.
That's your intro.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Miss
got-
Mo, can you give me a little, please?
Yeah. So happy Friday, y'all. It's your girl Ms. Mo Fella.
Happy
You know,
Friday.
doing what we do. I'm sitting next to my girl, my imaginary babe in my head, Miss Never on Time. Although she was on time today. Shout out to Miss Patricia.
Thank you.
Hi, Patricia, and tell us who you are, girl. Hi.
I'm Miss Never on Time. I actually dubbed myself that because I never am. And, you know, I'm here to talk some shit. You know, you could do it.
Okay. All right, go
You
ahead.
know what I'm
Sorry.
saying? You know, I'm here.
I'm
Ready to
gonna-
talk some shit with y'all.
I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for agreeing to come on to this, uniquely amazing shit show that we have here. We really have a good time. From the time that I first saw you on a couple of podcasts, I was like, oh, she's lit. Get her on, get her on, get her on. Let's bring her to us. Let's bring her to us.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited to have you here. So thank you so much for coming.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna go right into it. I'm gonna need you to sit down.
Yo,
I'm gonna sit down right now.
Yeah, I want you to sit down. I want us to look like we are doing this and
We're
that we are
actually doing
here.
a show.
Yeah. You
We're all
should have
coordinated.
prepared long time
I
ago.
should have. I wasn't ready to. I apologize.
You're the organized one,
people.
Jill. What is
I
going on?
know.
No, my blood sugar was low. My apologies.
I'm not doing
My
this.
blood sugar is hella low too, and I just can't wait until they give me the ding ding that the food is ready, and y'all will easily stop the
Wow.
ninja smoke, and I'll be back. But let's. So I just came. We're gonna segue right into our first topic at hand. So just now, I just came from what is it called? I forget what the name of the park called.
PD
but
Park.
No, it was not.
No?
PD Park.
It's PD Park. That's what
Peter
you
Park?
wrote.
Peter Park? Was it? I don't know. I just came from the park over there protesting because I'm about that life and I'm with the shits right now. And right now we are, this week we've seen a very major thing happen once again. Under the knee of a white officer, a black man was killed. Shout out to George Floyd, who lost his life. because he was black. And that's pretty much how we're gonna put that. Like, he was a black man under the authority of a white man who couldn't stand the fact that he was black, and he was intimidated, and he killed him under his knee while there was 3 other officers kneeling down on his back and his legs. So, and one watching and people taping. So it was very I feel like this week my anxiety has been completely like through the roof.
1000%.
With life in general, with COVID, with Corona, with everything else, and then to see another black man die at the hands of a white officer, I just feel like this was crazy. So I just want to open up the floor to just kind of tap into you guys mentally and see how you're doing this week with everything going on, whether it be Corona, whether it be another murder by a police officer, and just like everything that's going on in the world right now. It's crazy out here.
I don't even know where to start.
It feels like I don't think this is anything new. It just feels like, it's being recorded more. And so there's more evidence that it's going on. I think most of the time, when things like this were happening in the past, the family would probably just get a phone call and, there was no real to do about it. But now, with the presence of social media and everybody having a camera phone easily accessible, people are able to, provide video recordings of the injustices that they are witnessing on a daily basis.
What is it like? I'm gonna open it to Mo and Patricia. How do you guys feel about it right now?
Wait a second, how much you see him having? You see him having
Mo, seriously. Okay. For me, honestly, I've gotten to a point where I have to sort of censor a lot of like the stuff that I'm consuming. So for me, mentally, I haven't had like any anxiety or any issues. It's just crazy to think. I mean, you mentioned him being intimidated, and I saw somewhere that they're saying that he was working with that man for about 17 years. That officer was working with him. So it's like, how can you be intimidated by somebody that you've known for so long?
He was intimidated. I mean, he was working with him. I didn't hear that part.
They knew each other for a very long time. So it was like,
really
all coming from. Yeah.
The way that he was standing on that man's neck looked like he thought he was a dog in the street that he had to chokehold real quick. So that was interesting to me that he knows him.
Yeah, I guess the insight was they had issues or something at an old job before, so it might have been like a personal vendetta. Who knows?
Oh.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't justify
it at all.
Nothing could possibly, no matter if he was his cousin, nothing could justify what he. I thought, did somebody send me Uber? A Grub? Oh,
you want somebody to send you some food?
Come on, nothing could justify
Uber that shit over here too, sis.
Nothing could justify somebody losing their lives in that way, especially like gun violence is terrible, but like dying under the knee of somebody who's listening to you say that you cannot breathe, that you want your mom, that it hurts to get off of you, whatever. That just seems very animalistic to me, and I feel like they degraded him as less than a human. And wasn't we only 1/3 or one? Was it 1/3 a human?
Is it 1/3 or 1/4?
1/4 a human back in the day.
It was a fraction.
A fraction of a human, and that's what it seemed. They demoted that man down to a fraction of a human. Jill, a big question that I always come up with here. Did my mom? Oh, I was about to say, Jill, a very big question that I had as a mother raising a black. Patricia, do you have kids?
No.
Okay. As a mother raising a black boy, what does that do for you?
It's terrifying. I don't think that there's a day that goes by that I don't, worry about him. I think just being a mother is stressful in and of itself. And then you throw in the fact that you're trying to raise a black boy. It's terrifying. There are times where I don't really know how to have these conversations with him because they're necessary, but they're so uncomfortable, because he's such a sweet kid. He's such, a loving kid. And, to even convey to him that like, hey, some people will look at you and not see the sweet and perfect kid that I see, that's heartbreaking to do as a parent. And I hate every part of it.
Because it's icky. It's really kind of just nasty to even think about and scary.
And I mean, I don't have any kids, but I have brothers and I have uncles and grandfathers, whatever. Even us, we're not safe. You know what I mean?
No. We are definitely not safe. One thing that did, do I want to do this? Fine. One thing I did notice, but from scrolling on Facebook and going through the social medias, I always feel like Black women are way more gung-ho to be with the shits when it comes to this kind of thing than Black men are. I've gotten into a lot of arguments with a lot of different Black men over the week regarding like the looting and the protesting, violent protesting versus peaceful protesting. Where do you guys stand on like aggressive protesting? I'll put it that way, aggressive protesting.
I know me at this point, we've been watching this happen pretty much all our lives. I think it's just more magnified now because it's on camera, but ain't no more talking. Like, I don't want to talk no more. I don't want to protest. I don't want to. We've
been talking since 2012, since Trayvon.
Yeah. So, I don't want to hold another.
What did y'all think was going to happen at this point?
At this point, I feel like we need to meet them right where they at so they can understand what we're trying to say.
Yeah, like outside today when I was protesting, no justice, no peace, no fascists, you and me, like all of that. I was just like, like this peaceful protest is peaceful and it's good because we're out there and we're chanting and we're raising our hands. But I just felt like, ugh, let's throw some bricks, let's. Where the bricks at? Where the sticks? Where the tiki torches at? Like, let's go. Let's burn this shit down. But then I was like, oh, we're in Boston. They've been chilling right now. They ain't
actually been doing nothing here. Yeah.
But
you guys think that it would ever happen here? I feel like whenever I hear these stories, I'm like, yo, I don't think Boston police could ever really do that shit.
I thought at one point, we couldn't, but I started paying attention to them cops that are downtown, like South Station. And the way they handle people is 1000% not okay.
See, which is funny that you say could it ever happen in Boston, because Boston has been deemed one of the most racist cities in America. And then I just feel like when I was out there today, there was a ton of white people. There was more white people out there
than Black people.
There was Black people. And that was like, that was promising and that looked good. But then I was like, even though we're racist, do we outnumber the racists? Like the allies and the Black people, are we outnumbering the racists? Whereas they are like, no, I'm not gonna fuck with Boston because although we don't like them and shit like that, they real gully and they will get,
I was gonna say
they will get it popping.
They tried it one time, where they tried to come to Boston. Shout out to Monica Grant.
I was there.
Monica Grant,
I was at that protest too. Yep.
He came with the forces, like, y'all are not coming here with that madness.
I think that was one of the biggest protests for the anti-pride. Yeah, anti-pride or something like that. And it was tough. We were out there, and when I saw those people coming down from that march, because I always end up either at the front or at the back. When I saw the number of people out there on the news, and I was like, holy shit. Like Boston legit came out.
Showed up.
Everybody and their mama showed up and they are showing out. They are like, no, not today, not here. Do you guys are Jill, you're kind of violent in general. Would you
wow.
I watched the last episode and Sauce. I don't know. You be snitching.
I snitch because she will sit here and be mad silent where she know I'm talking about her. So that's why I just call her out. I give her opportunity to bait herself into it. Like, okay, be honest. If we're all out here being honest, be honest. And I gotta be like, so Jill, what do you think? Because she'll sit there just like this the whole time.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I also don't necessarily like being baited, but the truth is that I'm over it. I don't necessarily feel like I'm gonna be the person who's out there throwing bricks and burning things down, because that's not necessarily my wave. But I think, you know, the fear really does set in when you think about, you know, what kind of world is my kid gonna grow up in? You know, is this going to be his story? Could I be the mother who gets that phone call one day? And the thought of that makes it really, really, you know, infuriating, and it makes you, you know, want to burn things down.
Absolutely. Yep.
My kid goes to a predominantly Caucasian school, and you know, at least 4 times this school year, I've had to be talked down because I wanted to go there and burn the school down with all of the white children in it. And that's my truth.
That's okay.
I can definitely own that. You know, there are things that really drive you to want to do really terrible things, even though it's not in your nature. Like I'm a peaceful person until I'm provoked, and so you know, I'm not going to say that I'm above burning shit down. I haven't yet, but I'm not above it.
I fucks with it. I fucks with it the hard way.
I'm on some radical shit these days. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, I'm ready to die for the shit. I feel like we have been talking for so long. So if it comes down to where I have to lay my life down to prove a point to whatever's going on in front of me, so be it. It is what it is. Like, it's just getting ridiculous at this point.
That's kind of like, I think that I made up in my mind that if I was to see it, that I hope that nothing.
I have to do something,
but that I would at least insert myself enough to stop it. You know, like whether I gotta stand far away and throw a brick at you, or maybe I gotta scream real loud and shine the light in your eye, or throw something, or, you know, I don't know, throw my shoe, anything. Something has to be done, because I kind of get annoyed when I see so many cameras and so many. She got a lot of flack for that too. And she was out there crying and carrying on, but I kind of felt her too. Like, I think that some people have a fight or flight type of whatever. And maybe when she took out her camera, she was like, I got to at least document this, even though I'm scared to do anything. I at least got to document it.
And I get that.
I think some people are just not as, you know, not as naturally aggressive. But she was, I think she's been going through it. Like, from what I read, they have been becoming at her like, how could you take that and let that man die? And she was like, I didn't know what to do. I was watching him die. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible.
But I mean, like, if we didn't have that person, I mean, would we be having this conversation? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like, this shit happens every fucking day. And it's not documented. We don't know about it. Or we find out 3-4 fucking months later that nigga is jogging down the street and some, like, it has to be documented at some point. So it's like, I get it that these people who are recording should have did something, but at the same time, it's like, yo, now we have hard evidence, even though they still don't fucking use it with the evidence. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, come on, like we need those people to document that shit. Child, when I tell you the history books for 20
the dude that documented the black man running the other day, wasn't he a part of the situation too, though?
Yes.
Like, wasn't he there chasing after him because he thought that he was a bad guy too? I don't understand how you chase after somebody who's running away from you and kill him, and you are not.
You feel like you're at threat,
right?
How that work?
How does that work?
White people are always starting by.
I mean,
who's the Karen? Who's the Karen that was at the park trying
choking
to
the hell out of her dog?
Trying to tell the
bird nigga to like the bird watcher to like.
Which leads me to the next point. I saw an interview that he did on like Good Morning America, or was it The View, or one of them, and he was just like, you know, I don't want her to be judged. Shut the fuck up. As soon as I hear shit like that, I feel like, yo, she could have literally ended your life with a phone call, and you're like, I don't want her to be judged off of one particular moment. Nah, she's
probably been doing that shit.
Exactly.
She judged you off of you sitting there asking her to put a leash on your dog. I'm not really too sure why you don't want to judge her back, or you don't want to tell everybody off with her head. Kill her.
Same reason why the homeboy's wife, girlfriend. Oh, we need peace. Your man got killed by the police, and you talking about peace?
That's politically contractedly bullshit. You know, like that just doesn't make any sense. Your boo, the person you was about to spend you know, a little bit of the rest of your life with it. I don't think that she would have
Stop
lasted.
it.
Wow.
She wasn't gonna last. No bitch like
You know
that.
their story. You don't know their story.
I know that. I know her story. She was probably trying to get rid of him a long time ago, and she's talking about, oh no, oh, peace be with us, peace be with us. Shut the fuck up. You out here, you know how many black girls would love to have a nice black man that will finally put a ring on their finger, and you talking about let's bring peace. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
I can't even listen.
Talking about let's be peace. Empower these. What the hell? Which leads me into my next point. With all the black men being killed and everything happening, they're going to jail, they're being targeted, they're scared, they're mentally fucked up, they're emotionally unavailable, they're financially unstable. Who are we dating out here? What we got left? You what?
Fingers.
That's what we got left, hot sauce.
Self-love.
Self-love.
Yeah, echoing a little bit too. But no, that's y'all both put up your fingers all crazy. And I'm like, I don't, you know.
Self-love is the best love.
You know my story.
I know she's struggling. She's struggling with that. We have to help her with that. We have to help her.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can have a little play with yourself lesson later on.
Wow.
But yeah, you guys can teach me some tips and tricks. Get it? Tips and tricks.
Well, you know, I'm going to school for, sex education. So
yes, okay. So tell us
sis.
a little bit about you, and then I'll get into that question. What's up? What's that? Tell me more.
So I always talk about sex, dating, relationships on my social media, and try to engage Black and brown people to have certain conversations, because I think I'm a little bit more open-minded than the average woman. So, I decided, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school, kind of get certified in this shit and be able to like create workshops and bring dope content, possibly relaunch a podcast or YouTube series, and just let's talk about all things sex.
Yeah, sex is great
in all different aspects of it. So, I'm taking some classes this week on polyamory. Excited about that because I was gonna, probably engage in that lifestyle. BDSM is coming up too. A lot of different kink shit. So I'm excited for those types of classes, and then to kind of find a way to present it to our community in a really super dope way.
That is exciting.
Talk to us about that.
Be careful with that. Be careful.
I mean, I know. Talk to us about that. So you brought up polyamory, and you're taking a class on that, and you said that you might be interested in that. With that said, would you ever, actually do it? Like, would you date like a friend's man? That's not the same question, but
that's not.
No, but would if you had a friend and she was like, hey, we're looking for a girlfriend, would you be like, oh, okay, like, hey, let's see how that would work? Would you want to be? Would you want to come in on the back end, or would you want to be the main and invite somebody in?
So that would make me a unicorn if I came in on the back end. So I wouldn't mind being a unicorn for a little bit, because then that leaves less stress on me. I come in, we fuck, we have a good time, drink, smoke, eat, and then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind the unicorn thing. I don't know. I feel like let's do a polyamory thing where I have my main nigga, and if I decide to date a side nigga, he's cool with it too. Would you tell side bitch? So,
would you tell your main nigga that you are open to that lifestyle, that you are part of that lifestyle?
Yeah. So in a polyamory situation, everyone would know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
So
otherwise it's not polyamorous.
Yes.
No, I spoke to a dude once that said he was polyamory, but he wasn't telling his main bitch that he had a side bitch.
So that's not polyamory.
That's not polyamory.
Sir?
That's just monogamy, and you're cheating.
Facts.
No.
He said his side piece knew though.
I just want to know, Jill.
The side piece usually always know.
Pause. Jill, where is your headphones? Where's your headphones at?
Should I have those?
Yes.
Always?
You sound kind of far away.
You sound far away, and there's an echo that happens when we.
Really? Yeah. No one told me.
Hi, I'm telling you.
Ooh, Jamila, so you went to BDSM? Sis, we need to connect later once I take that class, okay?
What, the BDSM class?
Stuff on my Instagram, so we'll talk about that later.
The BDSM, are you into that? That's just
I am not into that, but I have classes coming up on that. I think that might be like at the lower end of it. Like, you know, I like a little tugging, I like a little pinching, and you know what I'm saying? But I don't think I'm ready for the ropes and the whippings and all the extra shit that comes with the BDSM piece of it.
See, because the only thing I like is maybe a little choking.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Housing, you know, things as such. Like those.
So you at the lower end of it, you know?
Yeah, I think
it gets crazy. It's like a deeper
situation. It gets like some people.
Look,
I got excited.
Oh, some people.
No, some people like to take it to the extreme where it's like I actually like BDSM also has to do with what's the word? Masochism. That word. Come on.
Sadomasochism.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
Where it's more like an embarrassment. It's more like a let me humiliate you type of deal.
Like 50 Shades.
I'm gonna do that and get paid. So if a nigga's like, if you want me to just embarrass you and just do wild shit, like make you walk like a dog in the park with me, and I could get paid for that.
Yeah, that sounds like a way I'd want to make money.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
But where's your camera? You put your camera on?
I know, Joe. Where's your camera?
Well, you guys want me to put on a headset? You want me to have a camera? It's a lot.
Well, you can't have both. We can't have both.
Oh, you had both the last time.
Why is my fingers doing this? I
don't know, girl. I don't know.
Jamila says she loves getting strangled and tied up
until she passes out.
Brink of passing out, and then grip on my neck.
Jeez, that was so detailed. I need to add that in my book. You gonna be okay?
Do you have marks afterwards? Like
I'm literally about to like copy what you just said.
Would you do that? Would you like that? Would you like to be choked out almost to the end of your life?
I don't know if I want to be choked to almost unconsciousness, but I like a good choke.
But there's something about that, especially if you're almost getting ready to nut. There's like if it's done right, it's like a crazy release. Apparently,
that's death.
She was like, that's the life running out of your body.
Y'all died and came back to life. And
I can do like a little grip.
So Jamila should tell us about it because I don't know.
Jamila is just nasty. That's why.
Damn, I'm like, I wish you could tap her in too because I might have some questions.
She can't get tapped in no more because the last time she was here, we ended up doing a lot of fuck shit. And
a lot of shit happened. And it was all her fault. It was all for her.
No more Jamila on the show.
See, I'm trying it now and I don't feel sexy.
What are you
supposed to choke yourself? You're not supposed to choke yourself.
Am I supposed to do myself at the same time and choke myself? Maybe
no, it doesn't work like that.
To choke yourself at all.
Your partner's supposed to do it.
I'm not supposed to do it.
No. Like, you know what would be crazy is if you had your partner stroking you and then choking you at the same time.
Stroking me like this, like I got it. She was like stroking you.
First of all, I didn't even know my hands was doing that, so that's crazy. So first,
she's over here sending subliminals.
Yeah, and then like having somebody like a third person come in like stimulate you in another way.
Oh.
It's just I'm cool with sex, right? But I like trying things. Like I like, we could put this where and we can do that. And then if we put it in the freezer, then we can stick it here. Like that's what I'm into. So I'm like, yeah, the sex is cool, but I always like trying new things. So I call myself trisexual because I like to try things once.
I like that.
Trisexual. Oh,
yeah. I'll try things once or twice to make a final decision on how I feel.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah,
no,
you can't say no unless you try it.
Exactly. I definitely say no.
I'm always down to try shit.
I'm not down to try a motherfucking thing.
Oh, we see in the comments, people do actually choke themselves. Some people choke themselves with the belt. I've seen
would know.
But not in person.
Wait, choke yourself with the belt?
Yeah, I have seen that on Nip Tuck. If y'all ever watched that show back in the day, Nip Tuck definitely had somebody choke himself and he was jacking off at the same time. And it was like a crazy.
That's what I seen.
Did he like what I feel like I saw somebody hang themselves a little bit and choke themselves. What was that on? Was that a docu? It was some weird shit. Was it Silence of the Lambs? It was some weird shit that he would hang himself, jerk off, and then
was he hanging himself on chains?
No, was it? Maybe no, it wasn't like he was not like this. It was actually like a rope tied around his neck, almost killing himself while he jerked off. And that was supposed to be like mad sexy.
Yeah, there's a crazy release that happens with that. I seen The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, the person that they're investigating. He hangs himself off chains that are linked on his back. And that's how he ejaculates, because he feels like he's floating.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Listen, girl, it gets crazy in that world.
So when you guys say trisexual, would you try that?
I'm trying it all. I'm trying.
You gonna try to suspend yourself from your back?
Get me in the air.
Hold on a second. You know, I mean, there has to be a limit. You know
a limit.
There's some limit.
Wait, did he have like hooks in his skin? Is that
there was hooks in his
That's why I'm like, I don't know about you, sis.
Like it was
I thought you meant like
raised.
just hanging. I thought you meant
No.
That seems excessive.
So that he could suspend himself.
Oh, no,
like one of those sex swings that you hang from. I think those are cool. So you just put your feet in the straps, and then you're kind of like suspended into air, and then you like swing, swing.
I don't get to swing that far with my big ass. I don't get to swing that far.
I'd swing you, girl.
Yeah.
I would swing it right around. Swing you out.
You can't even say it right. You can't even say it right. I will swing you right around.
I will swing you all over. Swing-a-ling.
Sauce, do you have any sexual, like unfulfilled sexual fantasies?
Yes.
Plenty.
Ooh, what are they?
Okay, so I don't want to tell people because we're in the age of Me Too.
Oh.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Because if it's a fantasy, you're not Me Too.
Yeah, I'm like, what does that mean?
But then
I want to know.
like, because like you
have a rape fantasy?
Not a rape fantasy per se, but
it's
like
a real thing.
You my boo breaks into my house and I don't know him, and he like ties me.
So y'all role playing, sis. It's cool.
It. But isn't that like inducing rape culture? I guess.
Okay.
Because what if he doesn't get the safe word? My safe word is muskrat. You know, so like if
that's a conversation y'all have before y'all even enter that fantasy world and start role playing that way.
But what if that is the role play? Is that I don't want him to know?
No.
So since you're playing with fire,
yeah, for real. Because now he's gonna be like, "Why are you saying muskrat while I'm?"
And I'm mad that I said that out loud because now niggas gonna be like, "You said you want to be cool sex." And I'm like, "But it's not you, not you. You not my boo. You call me
a rape fantasy is a real thing.
Nigga,
that's a real thing.
You. God,
that's actually more common than you probably think.
That's one of mine.
What?
Not to say that I actually want to be raped by a stranger, but that whole taking me against my will.
Yeah. Like, no, stop.
Yeah. No, Hotwings, you are not doing it like that. You are not doing it like
oh my God.
No way.
You're not doing it like that.
No.
Protesting?
Sounded like a bird. I can't.
I'm done.
I know Jill is like, I hate all of y'all. Dude,
well, what about you?
Pegging. So there's that.
Oh, you want to peg or you want to be pegged?
I want to peg.
Oh,
I want to peg.
Yes. I wonder how that could be.
Jill, let her know about that pegging word.
You called her out. She does not want to be called out.
Oh, you don't like being called out.
That's why I said, I wonder if anybody here knows what it's like to peg.
Okay, so see, now I know why Sauces be snitching sometimes. Okay, so Jill,
everybody be coming at me, but they don't even be knowing, yo, I'm not even here to be, say something, my nigga.
Hold on, Jill, I'm gonna ask you this question. Hold on, Jill, I'm gonna ask you this question. So the person, so hold on, have you pegged somebody?
Yes.
Was it a white man or a black man?
It was a black man.
Yes. Okay. Let me tell you something. About 5 years ago, I was like into like, let me just see what's going on with these white men, right? So I was exploring, and I feel like white men allow you to do more than black men.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, shit, if I'm gonna peg anybody, it's gonna have to be this white man that I have to peg. And it never happened. But then now I feel like I would personally want to peg a black man, but they're not open enough or comfortable enough.
There's a new era.
You know what I'm saying? And so like I have to try to gauge in the conversation how they feel about that.
Right.
You know, and I mean, like, can I put a finger and then like move up after that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It has to be a gradual thing. I mean, unless the person that I happen to share that experience with, he was open about the fact that he, done it before or had it done before and enjoyed it. And so you know, so there wasn't really like, there was no coaxing going into it. It was pretty much like, all right, you know what you're here to do. And I was like, okay.
So hold on a second. How did he identify?
Straight.
He identified as a straight man, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I just want you to know, hot sauce, eating it slower doesn't make it any more discreet. I just want to make that very clear. Okay.
We're seeing you sneak the bites
still
in.
Seeing it happen.
So
I'm sorry, Joe.
My bad.
You're fucking never getting through this episode. I just want y'all to know that. You're never getting through this episode.
I'm so hungry.
I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Okay, so Joe,
Mm-hmm.
as him being a straight man, did you ever have to question his sexuality because he enjoyed that?
I did.
I didn't. Everyone else around me did though.
Okay. See,
Yeah.
Hot sauce, explain.
That's what I need y'all to stop fucking doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
Exactly. And that's why there's so many closeted guys who want to
What
get
she said.
because of the fact that they
because
are
I
wrong.
feel like if we take all opinions aside and judgments and all of that stuff, if that is happening between a man and a woman, that is a heterosexual situation going on. And
Agreed.
sex is supposed to be pleasurable. One, two,
Agreed.
all of that shit is in the nigga's ass. So, like, there's that. Like, we gonna do anal play. Anal play is not fucking gay. And I spread that shit all across my Instagram because I'm tired. I am tired of all of y'all having a motherfucking problem with butt play. Period. I'm a little upset.
I got
I'm a little upset.
Agreed.
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna be the unpopular opinion here.
Come on.
No, you, not just you, like literally everybody is the
I'm already
unpopular.
jumped on this show because you're dealing with three freaks.
I don't want to peg my black man. You know, like, I don't want to peg him, and I don't want
you'd
him
peg
to
a white
be
man?
pegged. I wouldn't peg a white man. I wouldn't peg a man that I consider my man. Now, if I'm fucking around and shit like that, and you know, Leroy or Bobby Joe, they want to be pegged. Okay, cool. But the nigga that I want to spend the rest of my life with, I don't want him to want me to strap on and put a dick in his ass.
Don't you feel like that would make y'all more intimate? Like, because you guys are sharing in certain sexual explorations?
It doesn't take much for me to feel like, you know, I can maybe punch him in the face one day, or I could call him my son. Or I could, you know, like, so I know that's my personal problem. And
no, that's not a problem. I get that to a certain extent. Although I'm down with, you know, trying to peg. I understand the aspect of having your primary partner, you not wanting to see them in that light.
Yeah, like
me specifically.
I don't want him to bend over on all fours in front of me and I strap on and I fuck my man that way. I just don't. I'm
like,
in my head,
on his back. He doesn't have to be on all fours if you're on.
And thank you, Jill, because that's what I was about to say. There's definitely a couple different ways we could do this.
You know, the dead cockroach works really well.
Wow.
You're gonna have this man up in his, just like, look at how Patricia do it.
Dead cockroach.
I ain't gonna do nothing. No.
Up in the air like this, and you're gonna put a dick on, and you're gonna put it in that man's ass, and you're gonna still that motherfucker the same way. Nah,
don't underestimate
no.
turned on you get by seeing
what I look like pegging a dick.
I'm trying to tell you.
I deem that my nigga gotta be big, like a 6'3" and up nigga, a strapping man. And I got this strapping man on his dick strapping up on. Nah, son.
How amazing is that though? To have
your
partner. Absolutely fucking not.
Because I'm the type of asshole. The moment we get into an argument, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I just had you bent over last night. Fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna be that asshole.
That's part.
This is why our black men don't feel safe telling us the things that they want to do.
I don't want him to feel safe telling me that. Feel safe saying I feel emotional because black men are dying. I feel emotional because at work something happens. I need a shoulder to cry on. Somebody died. You know, things like that.
Do that even though you pegging him. I don't understand why
that
makes
a difference.
That part.
I don't agree with that part.
Because
but my point is, I would tell my girl the same thing. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't ever buck up on me if I've had you bent over last night, please. I'm tell you about yourself.
But like Jill was getting ready to say though, like that's why our men be down low for one, or two. They're not more open about like their sexual fantasies, because as Black women, and I'm gonna put it out there and people are gonna hate me, Black women usually are very judgmental when it comes to shit like that. I posted that on my Instagram stories because I was taking a class, and sometimes I like to have people in it and have conversations as I'm like taking the courses. And once somebody hit me up and was like, you know, I think that shit's gay, but then I also think licking a nigga's nipples is gay too. And I said, wait,
no, I don't believe in that.
I said, hold on, what you mean? I was like, you don't enjoy your nipples licked? She was like, nah. I said, well, that is why you can't appreciate a nigga being honest with you and telling you, hey, if you were to lick my nipples, yo, you would take it to the next level with me. I'm like, he's being vulnerable with you and telling you the shit that he likes that turns him on. Yeah. So I'm like, you're missing out on great fucking dick because you ain't licking the nigga's nipples. Like, I have sensation there too.
I like to lick a little nipple.
Same. But like, if he's telling you that,
now that's why I want to make sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's telling you, like, yo, that, like, doing that to me, I'm like, bitch, you could have turned him on so crazy. He give you the best dick of your life, and then you trying to be extra because you don't want to lick no nipples, sis.
Anybody that's gonna be vulnerable with me, that's it. That's a serious moment. I'm never gonna shame anybody that's gonna be vulnerable enough with me to tell me, hey, I like to have anal pleasure. I'm never gonna embarrass you for that.
But what's wrong with my finger?
But yes, okay. So there's some niggas that'll allow you to do a finger or a tongue or whatever. But like, there's still women out there who judge them
for that.
I don't like why.
A friend of mine, she remains anonymous. A guy asked her to do it in the midst of the moment, and she like jumped up, screamed, ran out the room. This nigga trying to make me eat his ass. This nigga gay. Now that's so extra. And he's
and he'll never tell anybody that shit. It like no.
But see, I feel for somebody who is very vocal about that, I don't feel like maybe finger play in the anus is gay or anything like that. I do think that there's a distinction between a finger and a phallic object that is shaped like a penis going into his ass.
You know, but hot sauce, you know, the finger can only do so much.
That's all it needs to do.
Can only get so far.
Yeah.
That all it needs to do. I'm just putting in the tip. Else. Just the tip.
Just the tip. Wow.
Like in the case, I know someone whose person that she was pegging would like, you know, solicit the pegging all of the time. Like he didn't even want fucking sex. He just wanted her to strap on.
Okay, so that's a different situation.
Is it?
Like, that's him trying to explore and figure out who he is. Because maybe he is a little bit more than just like, you know.
Jill, what's your take on that?
Jill, what's your take on this?
I don't have a take on it. I think if he wants, that's what he wants. But what I'm saying is, if I have a problem with, you know, giving him that, then that's where the problem comes in. But I feel, to me, it's an honor anytime a man feels like they are safe enough with me that they can share what it is that they desire sexually. Because at the end of the day, I would rather know that my man is into some kinky shit than find out from some next bitch who's like, yo, that's why I've been pegged.
That's why he's over here with
that
shit. Nah, man.
Or he's paying for it.
If he says
exactly,
when he could be free from me.
If a chick says, that's why he's over here and I'm fucking him in his ass, I'm be like, keep him, sis.
Like that's crazy. Because it's like, well, shit, I could be fucking him in his ass too, but he wasn't telling me. Like,
no, I would be like, no, sis, do you take that? You a better bitch than me, my nigga. Like,
you know, we're gonna share him.
He deserved that.
You do that. You have him on the weekends to do that, and then he bring him back to me on Monday. Okay?
Yeah, you could tell me anything. Just tell me you want a dick in your ass. You know, that's just okay.
So So let's just say you start dating a new guy and you're getting to know him and stuff. What are some things that would automatically turn you off? If he says, I'm into that, for sure you're like, nah, it's not going.
I'd be like, oh wow, you're into it. That's awesome. No.
But would you date him though, knowing that he's into that?
I mean, how tall is he? What do he look like?
Wow. Hot sauce, no. That's it.
You know, like what did he got that I want?
So you're open-minded depending on
if he has benefits,
how good looking
and how tall he is.
How tall they are.
There has to be a combination of three: how good looking he is, how tall he is, and how much money he is.
Okay, so he hitting all three, sis. What's up?
And he like.
I mean, you know, fuck. I'm gonna be all like, yo.
The more experience they probably have had. So
I'm like, yo, Jill, Patricia, sup? I got a situation over here. I need you to
Also, we
handle this.
Tag team.
When y'all finish, holla at me. I'm gonna be in the next room.
Got you. We tag team,
and then we gonna come back.
I'm gonna come on the weekends. I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm out.
Shit, I'm just saying.
Look at that.
Everybody's happy.
I'm gonna come in the back door like the unicorn that I am. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and then I'm out. Okay?
But speaking of tag team, have you guys ever been solicited for, for side piece situation?
Do we have a vagina in between our legs? Yes.
Have you ever taken?
I've never been solicited. I've signed up for it.
Wow.
Oh.
I mean, because I just feel like as a side chick sometimes, right? And I was doing that way. It is. I get all the perks of being a girlfriend, and I ain't got the fucking headache. But I was doing a lot of that when I was getting my master's. I was working 2 jobs in school full time.
You didn't really have time. I too have succumbed to side piece situations quite sometimes, and they were situations that I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that I hate myself for it or that whatever. They were experiences that I knowledgeably, is that the word?
I don't know what that was.
Knowingly. It'd be the most kindest word. It'd be like meat, I knowingly, committed into a situation with someone that I knew that, was taken. And as a single as fuck bitch, you can get these shirts at Henny and Hot Wings shop. Henny and Hot Wings at Miss Hot Sauce to you. But yeah, they were with well-off men, and for the most part, I was taken care of pretty well. I don't have nothing to show for it now because I didn't ask for the things that I needed back in the day. But I've learned from my mistakes, and I've learned that you don't necessarily have to give up the cookie to get money from men. And the ones with that are taken are usually more into giving you money. So I have taken around that route of not giving up the cookie and still receiving plentiful coin.
Okay, so what's the criteria? Does it have to be, if the man is,
he gotta be fine, he gotta be tall, and he gotta be money, he gotta have money. I mean, my criteria is pretty straightforward through and through for almost everything.
Right.
I don't necessarily need you to have enough money, but I need you to want to help me and take care of me.
Agreed.
Okay.
I mean, there's not too much more that I can't do for myself. I mean, the only thing that I would need a man for is legit dick and money. So I'm not really on companionship. So I don't know. What?
I don't know. I don't think I would want to be a side chick because I feel like I'm way too needy. I would want things. I would want not even things, like time.
Mm-hmm. Is that your love language, Joe?
Quality time.
Quality time.
That's your love language, right?
No, it's more acts of service.
You know what? As somebody who relates to acts of service, I feel like those two kind of go hand in hand. That's why I kind of claim both of them. Acts of service and quality time.
That might be your primary, and then your secondary.
Those are mine. Mine's a physical touch, acts of service, and quality time. But that's again, with the men that I have dealt with, I've never been short on quality time. Does that make sense? I've always been given my time when it was my time. And because I have so much going on, it just kind of seemed like when I needed my time, I always got my time. So I was never like, oh, he can't give me this or he can't give me that. After a while, they get comfortable, and like any other man, they start to, pull back on what they give you. But in the beginning, you going on dates. You going?
You be forgetting you the side chick.
Yeah, they're like, do you love her?
You be forgetting there's a girlfriend in the picture too.
I'm the onlyest one. I'm the onlyest.
What's going on? You with me every day?
So my homeboy, who clearly has a girlfriend, just talking about I can give you quality time and acts of service. This is what I'm saying. Shit, man, come on.
But so you wouldn't take that up?
No, I wanted all of your time. I want all of the acts of service.
Nigga, you don't even have time.
No, you don't. Because
you
get tired.
You don't.
So everyone thinks I'm lying.
Yes.
You have a whole child, Joe.
For real, Joe.
I should just take it.
I don't have no children, and I'm like, nigga, get up out my face.
Take another chick's man.
Exactly. You want this man in your face all the time, every day, every second. You don't want
that's a lie.
scratch your ass by yourself and roll around on the floor naked and just be crazy and cover yourself with flour and
just eat all the sandwiches you want, and then you ain't gotta make him a sandwich too. Like
exactly.
Come on, you lying.
This is nobody wants a full-time job. Nobody wants a full-time job.
Like, go be with your niggas for a little bit. Leave me alone.
This is what 2020's come to.
So nobody wants to be the main chick. Everybody just wants to be the side.
No, I
can't. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's not what anybody said.
We're not saying that.
I'll be somebody's
What y'all saying?
I'm just saying in the past, I was never solicited. I signed up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm saying now, like, I wouldn't mind
being number one,
being the main chick.
Yeah. Like, I want to be a boyfriend.
Yeah, I want to be a boyfriend too.
A lover and a friend.
But this is what I'm saying though. Like, if you're the main, are you okay with your man having a side chick?
I'm that type because I've been married and been in a long-term relationship. I understand how you're not blind. You're not dumb.
Is she contributing to the household income?
That's
probably taking from it.
Is she watching the kids?
I'm about that. We're going to be a village. We're going to be a village.
This is why polyamory lifestyle should be considered more in the Black community.
We're going to be a whole village because they say it takes a village.
It takes a motherfucking village. Yo, so I know people in the comments.
Show said maybe your side chick is your soulmate. You just met your main chick first.
Shola, get the fuck up out here with your side chick as the soulmate. Get out of here.
That's fair.
That's real.
Fair. It's a
that's
valid
real
point.
Because you could be meeting you met your shorty a while ago and you're like, damn, I love her. She's my babe. I love her. That's my chick. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Blah blah blah. And then later on down your line, you're like, yo, I just met her, the one, but married. But
okay, so hold on. I'm gonna ask Shola this and everyone in the comments because people are getting they're going off, right? So you find your soulmate and your side chick, right? So what happens there? Do you introduce her to the main chick? Do y'all have a conversation? Like, how does this work? Because again, this is why the polyamory lifestyle might have to work.
See, I agree with that because I feel like if that is the truth and that is your truth, I feel like I don't know how I would take this. So I'm just speaking as somebody who don't have a man, right? Like I feel like if I was the dude and I found let me just be me. And I'm married and I find a side piece that I'm like, oh my God, this is the one that I should have been with all my life, but I still do love my husband and stuff like that. I would have to practice ducking and bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, you see, that's too much when you could just be honest.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying ducking, bobbing, and weaving and punching me in my eye when I be like, hey, baby, I found my soulmate. Can he be my boyfriend?
But see, I also feel like you don't even really know like what people will be down for if you don't have
that's true.
I don't feel like I feel like
open communication shit so crazy. Like people in the comments right now, like, nah, this convo for me, like, nah, fuck that. I'm the main chick, yada yada, whatever. But given the situation, I feel like if there's an open communication, you have no idea what that other person might be down with. When niggas be doing the sneaky shit, a lot of times I'm like, yo, if you had told me that, my nigga, on top of being trisexual, I'm hetero-flexible, which means that I am pretty much hetero-flexible, but I'm gonna do some homosexual shit too. So we can get down with the motherfucking get down. Why are you lying and fucking other bitches when we could all be fucking together?
But I feel like
feel like open communication is important.
I feel like women are more open to that type of lifestyle, but I don't think that a dude would be like, yeah, you could have a man.
No, okay. From that perspective, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, they wouldn't be so like you're married to me all the time and I come tell my husband, hey, I just wanted to have an open dialogue and communication about how I'm boyfriend. He'd be like, okay, baby, what are you feeling? So I really do love my boyfriend. And what?
Excuse me, death.
I don't think there's no any more conversation going on right now. You love your who?
Yeah.
You get this nigga, I will whoop his ass, I'll whoop your ass, I'll burn the house down, everything gotta go. My wife got a boyfriend and she's like, oh, she wants to have an open communication. What is the communication that you would like to have, honey?
So Okay, so it sounds like the women are way more open to it than any of the men would ever be.
Ooh, true. Can I ask a valid question?
Yeah.
We're more flexible because of this narrative that's out there that we outnumber the men. So we kind of just be like, all right, there's not that many out there. So we can
that's kind of how I feel. Like, shit, there's like 5 bitches to 1 dude. Like, somebody got to share. It's probably me.
Like, it's gonna end up happening. Like, you know,
it's gonna end up happening by choice or by force.
Like, man.
By choice or by force. Would I rather? What would the future say? Would you rather be cheated on in a Lambo?
See, I hate that line. I hate that line.
Like, okay, put me in the Lambo, my nigga, and cheat on me then. But you know, like,
how about just don't cheat on me and you just have a conversation with me, like, and we determine and that let me have the choice on whether I want to do this.
Let me have the choice.
I want the choice, but there's a lot of chicks out there. Y'all are saying, you know, blah blah blah. It might be whatever. There's a lot of chicks, and we've had this conversation a lot in the Tell Me Anything group on Henny and Hot Wings, where you guys should go join right now. But there's a lot of discussions about that where we see over and over and over again that chicks are like, no, not me, I can't do that. I ain't here.
Jamila's literally saying right now. Fuck that, Mo. I'm not sharing.
But you know what? Jamila's saying that in the comments, and any other woman that's saying that in the comments. If you find a nigga that you really fuck with, that you really fuck with,
preach, sis.
Now, when he approaches you about petition, you're gonna be like,
let me think about it.
Because how much times have we given a nigga a chance for a lot less? You know, like for
how many times we've invested so much in that you don't want to move on from that nigga because you put so much in him. So
like,
now
I'm
you're
only giving that nigga 61 chances. That's it. After 62, that's it. I'm not doing it no more.
After 50. Listen, yo, you invest so much in these niggas, and sometimes it's like when they do approach you with something and you really fuck with them, you really have to think like, yo, do I lose this after like X amount of years? Like maybe that we couldn't work something. Like you're not gonna just completely be like, nah, I'm not with it.
That's how I feel like wives and stuff like that who are being taken care of by their husband, and husband's like, nah, you don't even know. She ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. So it's like, don't rah talking about you ain't gonna be about that. Because when you find a nigga that you really down with and he's down with you, but he wants to do some extracurricular activities, you're gonna reconsider. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been that person to be like, yo, I don't think you're one cheating, she ain't leaving. She's not gonna give you the opportunity to be fully free to be with that next chick in the first place. Because women have big egos too.
Yeah,
like that's yeah.
What do y'all think about the hall pass? I always find that being a happy medium. So when you have a certain time frame or when you go on vacation, it's just kind of an understanding. Whatever you do out there, it's your business. I don't ask no questions. Hall pass.
I think that'd be dope. Just like while you're on vacation and stuff. Like I think, you know, when you take a girls trip, you should definitely be allowed to do some fun things.
No restrictions.
I mean, be safe. Don't bring home no.
Of course. Okay, of course. We're not wilding out.
Jamila, we don't promote.
Jamila's crazy.
We don't promote killing the side chick. Okay.
What is she saying?
I'm just letting you know that. Okay. He's like, I'm gonna walk along.
She's trying to kill everybody.
But then she's like, I'm gonna see the chicks he's into, and then they're gonna go missing. Like, no, sis, we're not gonna.
She's trying to kill her man. She's trying to kill the chick.
We
don't want nobody going missing.
Can't we all just get along?
Right. It takes a village, people. It takes a village.
You know, if you have that baby, you're gonna need that babysitter when you want to go on that vacation.
Exactly.
Okay, but you went out with him last week, so I'm gonna go out this week. You watch
exactly.
You just coordinate,
alternating date nights. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, y'all want to go out? Okay, fine. Just bring the baby over here real quick, and I'll watch him. And then next week you got me though. We got tickets to Cirque du Soleil, so you know
about that life.
Got me.
My me time too much to just for you to be in my face 24/7.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. But I do agree. A hall pass during vacation. I mean, come on. How many times we've been on vacation and it's like you get that sultry, you know what I'm saying? You see her, you like, damn, I gotta. And
then you looking all cute and feeling all cute and sexy.
And you on vacation, bitch. You free. You want the Douce, the Henny. You want all of that shit. Like, yes, you're gonna end up fucking that nigga. And it's just like, let's just have the conversation. Again, it's back to conversations. Like,
exactly.
let's create these boundaries or these
you gotta have that conversation when you're on vacation. Ain't vacation mean that you vacationing? Ain't it known that when you
would have that conversation up front though? Like, yo, listen,
you know when I'm on vacation.
When I'm on vacation, I can't guarantee that I ain't gonna try to get vacation dick.
I
can't guarantee I'm not gonna try to get vacation pussy. So let's just say if we on vacation and we're not together, you do you, I do me, and we don't talk about it.
What if we not?
Just don't bring me back nothing. That's it. Don't bring me back nothing.
But we vacation more than you. He on vacation every month. You go once a year.
Now we got a problem.
That ain't fair.
Hustle's trying to bring some extracurricular shit to it, trying to make it.
I just want to know. I want it to be fair. If you go 5 times, I go 5 times.
Facts. It has to be equal vacation.
Exactly.
That is fair.
Exactly. And you gotta pay for my vacations to get some.
So you can go get some other dick. Nah,
you go get some other dick. Nah, see, that's not fair. That's not fair.
You gotta sponsor my dick appointment.
This is
not okay.
You guys said it takes a village. It takes a village to make sure that I get enough.
That's your
going on vacation 5 times. I gotta go on vacation. You want to make sure I have a good time.
Wow.
So make sure you pay for the trip, but make sure he gives you the spending money.
Oh yes, I like to spend.
You know what I'm saying? That's more important than the fucking trip. Like, you book your own trip, but make sure you give me the spending money. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel like people feel like safe enough in their relationships to have those kinds of conversations? I feel like
clearly not.
Real, like that's the root of the problem. Like, I don't think people are having honest conversations with their significant others either. I think men sometimes think that like women can't handle
the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And I don't necessarily think we're that sensitive. Yes, some of us may be like the Jamilas in the comments
and the Naishas. I see you going crazy.
Right. But that's why I say you have no idea like what a lot of us would be down with or not. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not having these honest conversations with us, you'll never know. And then that's when sneaky shit starts. And then that's when it starts to bring conflict into the situation that it never needed to happen.
The one thing I do want to address, because I see the comments going crazy about, well, why don't you just stay single if you just to understand that there's a difference between being single and wanting to be polyamorous.
Mm-hmm.
You still want that love. You want that constant person in your life, but you also want the freedom to be an individual.
Like you want a commitment.
Yeah, you want to commit to somebody. There's no problem with commitment. But it's just a matter of having a conversation of what that commitment is.
Right.
Your
relationship does not have to be what society makes
exactly.
Your relationship is whatever you and that partner has. So if that means you guys have other partners, then that's what that means. If that means you guys are monogamous, that's what that means. It has nothing to do with what the fuck I think that's going on in your relationship and vice versa. So I think a lot of people think it's like, oh, society says that we have to get married and we have to have kids and we have to do this and on these timelines, and by 40 I have to have this, and it's like that's not realistic, period. And so whatever reflection of a relationship for you and that partner that you have, that's it. Like there's couples who are like, yo, I was in a swinger situation, so one of my situationships, I got to learn from that and explore that world a little bit more, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, which is what brought me to maybe thinking of more of a polyamory lifestyle, because I'm like, I kind of get bored a little bit. Maybe I should have some type of main nigga, but then have whatever else I got going on too, right? So I feel like the swinging aspect of it, there's couples who do that all the time that are like, yo, you know what? We're going to go on this trip. It's a swingers trip. We're either going to, and couples decide if they're going to do soft or hard. So a soft swinging is like when everybody's in the same room. Hard is when everybody goes in separate rooms. Like there's guidelines and conversations that need to happen. And I think a lot of it happens within the white community. Because again, when I go swinging, it's usually white people. It's usually white people and they with it and they and like everybody's cool with it. But I'm like, we don't have that conversation as Black and brown people, which is why I'm like, yo, I need to go get certified so I can have these conversations and open up these forums, because like these comments are going on.
I no, to be honest with you, it is more these swinging communities, not necessarily swinging, but these kind of like sex situations or sex parties or whatever happen in the Black community a lot more than we thought. And
Mocha Feet, shout out to Anthony Hightower.
Right. So when people started finding out that I was like going to sex parties and stuff, they started hitting me up on the low, like, yo, the next time you go, like, let me know. And I'm like, oh, so this is really a thing. But y'all, like black and brown people are like, oh, I want to be part of
Corona.
That. But like, no, but everyone is so scared. And so let me tell you this, I want to curate something.
Come on.
Curate it.
I don't tell y'all too much details, but I want to curate something for us. But the problem is, I think that a lot of time that like Boston is small. That's one.
That's the scary part.
That's the scary part. Boston is small. So it's like, for me, if we're going to do some shit like that, like it really has to be on some discreet shit. Like it can't be like, yo, let me tell you who I seen at the thing. Like no, my nigga, like, cause I'm trying to be here frequently.
But they have these sex parties that I know about. They do operate extremely discreetly. Like
exactly,
they're in their Facebook groups. In order for you to get in, you have to be recommended by someone who
somebody else,
the long way. So I know a bunch of them. I've always been too pussy to go to them. But right before Corona hit, we were gonna take a
H&H field trip,
a show research trip to a
shit. Whenever y'all do that, when this Corona over, add me to that list, bitch. I'm going, because I'm fucking going. Because let me tell you something, I definitely want to go to the sex club in New York called Caligula.
Did you go to the one in Rhode Island?
And they got a fucking shower in the club.
They got a shower, so you can bathe your nasty body after you finish getting cum done.
No, they fucking in the shower, sis. What you talking about? We ain't bathing in there. Hold on, was that the foam party shit?
No,
there's a foam party one too. Hold on, we offline. Sorry, my bad. We getting too late.
No, I'm like, tell me more about the foam. Are we fucking in foam? I want foam.
You want a fucking foam?
I think I would. Now that's my untapped sexual fantasy is fucking in some foam.
That's what we started talking about.
Get the boys bubble bath and go invite somebody over. How you doing? You want?
I'm willing to be a show intern to help with the research. Hot sauce. Hit up Rochelle. Okay, y'all got an intern right now.
Nasty too.
Okay.
Look, everybody want to go. It is
everybody want a road trip, but y'all wasn't trying to be in the fucking polyamory shit. Y'all wasn't trying to swing. Y'all wasn't trying to be a side chick, but now everybody down for a fucking road trip. Now, right. I be keeping tabs on y'all motherfuckers the whole night.
You like, you can't go. You can't. You cool.
No,
you can't go.
Shit. Listen, I'm security and I'm coordinating, so no, you can't go. Thank you.
She just banned a whole group of people.
we was about to rent a van.
Yeah, right. We about to
go like the Henny and HOTWINGS field trip. You
know what the Jamaicans rent the van to go to New York for the day to go shopping and shit. That's
what
we could do. Buses. Come on.
Shout out to Dying Train. I mean, that's what it is. Like we put up everybody in a truck and we be like, let's go. We out.
Not a bad truck.
Road trip.
We out here curating shit.
I love it.
Top 3 things that make you lose your interest in the person fast, especially when you're new. Okay, so let's put this in a different perspective. So right now, we're all online dating.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, Cupid.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Hinge. Okay, Hinge. And this I've tried online dating a couple of times.
It's a nightmare usually.
A couple of times, and they've all ended very badly. Horrendous. And because Corona hit, I guess there's an influx of single motherfuckers online. And what I have done is I have joined OkCupid and Hinge. And at first, I joined something called Twakafee too.
What?
Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
Is that a West Indian thing?
No, Caribbean? It's not. It's a white people thing.
I thought it was like Twakafet.
It's like where professionals go to meet love or some shit.
Bye.
But when I got on there, it was a whole bunch of white people. But when I got on the other ones too, like I was like, I don't think there should be any white person out here talking about they single, because there is every white person in the whole entire world is on an online dating site. I kid you not. From the old to the new.
I just found BLK as a young Black professional dating site. So y'all might want to check that app out.
I'm on it.
How much?
So, on your Apple store, your Google store, whatever.
Let me go look that up right now.
Immediately.
BLK.
I can't do it because I got the Zoom thing going on.
How many swipes do they give you?
How many swipes do they give you? Because I really don't like how. I mean, big shout outs to Shays with Swipe Giggles on YouTube, and she talks about her online dating experience. We're gonna have you on very, very soon so that we can continue talking about online dating. But yeah, like what's it been like for you, Jill? You've been on a little bit longer. Sorry. Can I call you out on that? I mean, we started out Henny and Hot Wings with you on internet dating. So what's it been like for you?
It's a mixed bag. Some folks you meet are very interesting. I've honestly made a lot of really great like male friends from online dating. I don't necessarily think that every guy that I go out with is going to be, the one. So
I would.
So I'm okay with developing a friendship and keeping it at that, so I think people are dope and amazing, and I appreciate what online dating offers. I don't necessarily get out that much, and so it really does provide me with an opportunity to be able to meet people that I wouldn't otherwise meet in the regular world. So I enjoy it for that reason alone. But there are definitely some psychopaths out there. There's a lot of shady shit that happens. But I also think that shady shit can happen with somebody that you meet not
in person.
So
absolutely, yeah.
So I don't necessarily shy away from online dating just because I've had some negative experiences, but I enjoy just meeting people and seeing what happens. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatevs. On to the next one.
Have you met any like potential?
It's hard to say. Like, I don't like to call it because I feel like sometimes maybe I'll jinx it.
Facts.
So, like I went out, I had a pandemic date.
Another one.
Yo, here we go with pandemic dates.
I didn't have a pandemic date.
Oh, she's been having pandemic dates.
Hold on. Have y'all been having pandemic date? Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been fucking this whole time. Oh. I ain't no front. Wow. I've been fucking.
I appreciate you not lying like our guest last.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I see him trying to lie. Though.
You can't really have sex in these times unless you're really connected to that.
He's like, no new pussy. I'm like,
all lies.
No new pussy. Yeah, right. But it's been dick I've been fucking for a minute, so it's like I've had pandemic dick, but it hasn't been no new dick. But
I mean, if you went into the pandemic with some penis, then I'm pretty sure that you're gonna stay with that. You're not gonna be like, no, we can't.
I am kind of lining some up for after the pandemic.
Oh, nigga, yes. I'm already like pretty much married from now,
when the world opens back up. That's my
favorite line. Life, daddy. Ruin my life.
Quarantine.
When the world opens back up, I can't wait.
Mo, what about you? How is online dating for you? Because you're new to this as well.
I'm new to this whole world, the dating world, the online dating world. And I'm going to just say off rip, there are some real weird people out here.
Yes,
like really weird. I had one guy tell me, and I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but if I tell you I'm separated and don't believe in the constitution of marriage, and your response is you're too beautiful to not have somebody give you all and a ring and make you a wife. Did you not hear anything I just said?
No, he didn't. He actually didn't
hear a word. I said, I don't want any of that from you.
He was dropping them bars on you.
He was like, no, because you're a woman. You clearly only deserve to be married, and that's all you need in life. Oh, okay. Thanks.
So what makes you swipe? All of you.
I know. So here's my thing. I'm shallow.
What?
Are you all on dating, Patricia?
Huh?
Are you on?
Girl, I done been there, done that.
She said I got the receipt. I don't got time.
I done took off Soul Swipe, Tinder, all of them, all plenty of flesh. All of them shits I done took off. If I'm online dating, it's probably somebody sliding in my DMs. So I'm like looking and checking out their page and stuff. And if I really like it, I'm like,
yeah.
I just like took it to the second base like you, sis.
Okay, second base.
I got an Instagram ad after. Okay, we're taking it to second base here.
Wow, congratulations.
This is crazy.
Look at you.
This is what all my dating is.
I'm done with that.
Second base. But no, I had to take your hint. And let's talk about it. I just want to segue and tell me, Jill, if I'm stepping on your toes, because did you notice the difference from when you put in a Boston zip code?
Talk about it.
Versus quote unquote, I use New York.
Mhm.
Yeah, girl.
Listen,
Girl,
there's a
listen.
difference.
Let me tell you, when I'm on my swingers app and
There's
I
a
leave this fucking
swingers
map, girl, you know, we're gonna talk offline.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm getting all the tips.
But listen, when I'm on my swingers app, it's whack out here. But the second you start traveling out of
Tri-state area.
bing, 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 bing.
I was hip to that by shout out to Akeisha, because she was like, no, I use my cousin's address. So I Googled an address in New York and I put it in there. And I mean, I have met some really great guys. Whereas when my zip code was in Massachusetts, I was like, yeah, swipe. I was getting.
Do I have to give my famous line?
Like, it got to the point where my shit was like, well, we have no more people for you. You don't swipe to the left so many goddamn times. That's why I got off of them.
The pool in Boston literally consists of Billy Bob John or Jean Jacques.
And then throwing a
and Habib
and a little bit of Luca.
A little Lucas. He likes a little bit of seasoning. That's it, girl.
That's it. That's Boston.
It wasn't cool. I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it. It was just too much. I was like, the black men in Boston think they're too cute to be on the internet, because where are y'all at? Like what?
Mad single white men, yo. White
Mad
I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Straight up. There were way too many white men out here.
Everyone's asking for the swingers app info.
I know. Okay, y'all are all asking for the swingers app. So I'm in the comments too on my phone. So I am getting ready to tell y'all the swingers app. But let me tell y'all something. If I give you guys the swingers app, okay?
Don't swing with
and
me.
y'all see somebody that y'all know on the swingers app, do not.
Yeah, don't out them.
Because you on the swingers app too. And you don't want nobody up in your motherfucking business neither. Okay, that's one thing. Two, swingers apps around here, it is a lot of white people. So I always try to put people on so we can get some more black people.
We need some more faces.
Okay, we need some more people that look like us. But that's why, again, I'm saying I'm trying to curate something. But I don't know, y'all motherfuckers be talking too much. So like, it makes me kind of feel like I can't really do what I want to do, but I got some really dope ideas for some sweet shit.
Whatever you got going on.
We get like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, like
I'm gonna promote it.
Type of ooh, you know what I'm saying? We get some themes going.
That's what I'm gonna take the door.
You gonna take the door?
I'm gonna hold down the door and make sure everything is
okay.
fine.
Okay, so hot sauce, you know what? I'm gonna have you coordinate. You take everybody's phones because I'm
be like, no, y'all ain't gonna be out here telling on each other.
Everybody 21 plus.
Yep.
Like, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna probably make it 30 plus. So if
facts, we need grown ass people around here.
You can't even be part of this situation. Got to be young professionals. Like, I might need a whole resume. Like, what you currently doing?
Credit report.
You know what I'm saying? What are you currently doing? What is your job role? What profession are you in? Like, I'm really trying to get it down so like crazy, like that. Like, it's like some exclusive shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with the shit.
And then like we could travel with the group. You know what? Like,
we go to city from
city. Crazy shit that's going on in my fucking head, right?
You better curate, honey.
Trying to sign up. This is me trying to sign up.
But on the low, like, y'all just be talking so much in Boston, or if somebody gets you tight and you realize they're part of the group,
then you want to out them.
Then you want to out them on social media. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, I can't do that childish shit. So it makes me really like, do I really want to put this out there to the universe? Because it could be a really dope fucking time. I'm just saying.
How open to you guys to white men when you are swiping and when you are on these dating apps? Do you see any of them and like, hey, I can fuck with Jared?
Now, in the beginning, I was very biased. Now, I had dated a white guy, so it's not like I'm like racist and all that stuff. But it wasn't until I went over to the UK and started swiping on Tinder. And I don't know what it is about the white men in the UK, but they all play rugby, so they're just big and masculine and just magical. Ooh. So I was ready to take the plunge. I didn't care. Like, I don't care if you're white. But I feel like with the heat of everything going on right now, It's a little bit
Hard.
hard for me to swipe right on the white man right now. It's really hard.
I had an ex tell me he wouldn't fuck with me no more because I was fucking with white men. And I'm like, well, my nigga, if you would have let me put my anal beads in your ass, I wouldn't have to fuck white men. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of want to put it out there.
There it is.
That's it.
That's why we have Patricia here.
I heard that white men are scientifically unable to even get diseases and AIDS.
Wow. This is what you're doing, Sauce. This is what you're doing.
That's just what
I'm not going to do it, Jill. I'm not going to do it, Jill.
So the answer to your question is yes, I have, because I am not really down for dating in New York, because realistically, I'm never going to New York to go meet said man. So
bitch, I'll take the trip for you. Just send them to me.
Facts.
New York is down the street to me, okay? That's what it is. Okay, so me,
as soon as we open up, I am
I'm going. We out.
We are going. Yes, I am there. I got a lot of things lined up in New York. I'm going to fucking New York.
Yo,
as soon
down
as
the
they
street.
say Corona,
it's down the street.
Corona's cool. Y'all could take off your mask. Y'all could travel. You probably won't get the corona. I'm in New York heavy.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. And so I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to, meet somebody like super dope. And then I'm like, I got to take a 4-hour drive to go like just meet you. No, I'm good. So,
but you wouldn't be there's so much to do in New York. You wouldn't just be going to meet that.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is like, in terms of longevity, I honestly don't prefer long distance relationships. I
understand that. That's your
preference. I get it, but I feel like New York ain't long distance. You drive 8 hours every day, just up the street and down the street.
I don't.
Shola, no.
Exactly. Show trying to join it on the road trip. Nah.
You ain't going.
It's a girls' trip this time, Show. Maybe next time.
You can't go. You can't go. Yeah, I'm deaf in New York. I do feel like New York is one of those places where if it works and it's dope, it wouldn't be too much for to whatever. With my schedule and what's going on, I'd probably only have the weekend anyways to really fuck with you. So it wouldn't be no different than what I'm doing here with anybody else. It wouldn't, to me, it just wouldn't matter to me at all. And if I find somebody dope, I'm not. Especially with New York being that close, if I find somebody dope, I'm not giving that up because they're in New York. That's
exactly.
Period.
You legit said if I meet somebody dope, I'm not gonna. No, if you meet somebody dope, you're gonna be like, oh, you're so dope. You're everything I ever wanted, but you live down the street, so I can't go.
No, but what I'm saying to you is I'm not even going to open myself up to meet somebody dope in New York. So I just keep my regular,
Jill, there's 5 boroughs. You gonna find somebody, girl. I don't give a fuck. You gonna find somebody.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I just want to.
Not willing to travel to make it happen.
Okay, well, I'm just down to go to New York, so I'll just give you the ride.
Okay.
But what if we're all going every week? You wouldn't just come with us for the ride to see your
for real?
It's just a weekly field trip.
This is the type of shit that I'm just wondering. I just want niggas to just make it make sense. If we all going to New York, because we all like, hey, bitches, road trip. It's our weekend. We're going to New York.
Like for real.
We going to New York every other week and we chilling and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to be like, no, I don't want to see Steven because,
because we're in New York.
I don't want to see him at all.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to see him, but like I feel like long term, the first meeting, fine, I'll do a 4-hour drive.
What if the nigga get a job in Boston and be
don't worry, Jill,
I'm glad I met you. I'm gonna move to Boston to be with you.
3 hours, you'll be fine.
Say that again.
I said if I'm driving, it'll be 2.5, 3 hours. You'll be fine. Like you won't even notice the drive because we're having so much fun.
She's crazy.
That doesn't sound safe, but okay.
It sounds mad safe.
Look, Jill, you keep beating up people. You talk about it don't sound safe. Ooh. Girl, I'm getting you to New York. I'm giving you that New York dick. You gonna fall in love with the New York dick, and then every weekend we out there.
New York. Concrete jungle with streets of Maine.
Okay, if y'all are driving, I guess I'll
come on, let's go.
New York that one time she'd be like, so good job. I got a babysitter.
change that area code, my nigga.
Facts.
You about to find real love.
Upgrade.
Oh my God, you're gonna be so happy. You're gonna be like,
oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Do it right now.
I immediately found like 4 boyfriends. The moment I upgraded it to New York, I was like, oh my God, I got boyfriends. This is crazy. This is
mad boyfriends. And there seem like pretty decent guys too. You know, like they're really
decent.
good. And
I mean, it's still on the internet. I don't trust shit until I see you in person.
They probably crazy.
I got a bunch of internet boyfriends. They're cute.
They cute or whatever.
They fun to look at.
Okay, I'll change my zip. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. So did I lie and say that I'm from New York?
No, what, girl, you say you from Boston. Just be like, oh, I opened the mileage radius up.
No, I told him straight up. The Boston pool is trash, so I needed to change my zip code because I don't mind traveling to New York.
And
I put it in my bio too.
The like melting pot New York really is. Like, when I tell you my swingers app gets crazy.
Swingers
and I'm like, yo, look at all the fucking melanin that's in this fucking app, like that I don't get back home. So I feel like there's 5 boroughs, Jill. You're gonna find you 2 or 3 niggas, and we just won't always be there.
and it's gonna be like such a wide range of them. You'll get the professionals, you'll get the thugs, you'll get the drug dealers,
the Harlem
rappers, you'll get the pretty boys, you'll get the educated.
With the whole New York swag.
Yeah, you do. You see their pictures and you swipe and you like, okay, fresh Tims. Yeah. Okay, my nigga.
Come on, the fresh wheats.
Okay, what you saying? Okay, baseball cap. All right, New York Yankees.
You gonna come back thinking you a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Crazy's about to get.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Get that New York zip code popping. Let's go.
I will give it a whirl. Thank you, guys.
Give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl.
The professional. See, everybody say you better get your man. I love it. See, Brooklyn is best. Like
everybody bigging up nigga.
I mean, you can't. I believe in not blocking your blessing. You know,
so you think that's what I've been
blessing
doing?
Might not be here, Joe.
Yeah, it might.
This is why I'm single, because I've been blocking my own blessings.
Like I said, when we first started Henny and Hot Wings, the very first episode 5 years ago was about internet dating, and 5 years later, you still internet dating. If you had changed your area code to then from now, you probably would have been married.
Do you like that?
I mean, I'm in the same position, my nigga. I can't front. Like, I'm in the same position. If I had stayed on and I had tried to date in New York, I probably would have been married. We probably would have been Henny and husband. You know, like
Henny and
husband and Hot Wings or some shit like that. You know, like it would have been.
You better trademark too when you find him.
See, that's what I'm saying. And now 5 years later, I'm sitting here just getting hip, and I'm like, yo, they been out here this whole time.
4 hours away.
You other bitches the toxic dick. And I ain't getting no toxic dick.
Girl. You see?
Sorry, sis.
You
see? All right.
Joe, I'm just telling you, just give it a shot.
I feel like if we're all dating in New York, like, won't we all be dating the same dude?
Hell no.
I just told you there's 5 boroughs. There is the Bronx. We got Brooklyn. Staten Island.
Let me find a map. The size comparison of New York to Massachusetts, nigga.
Girl, we would not be. Them niggas be having a girl in each borough.
And
exactly. And them bitches never know about each
other.
One
of their boroughs is the size of the whole state of Massachusetts.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Will we be dating the same nigga? We probably won't even be in the same. No. We won't even be in the same part of Southside Jamaica. Queens.
Nigga that I might not like, so we ain't gonna even be in the same.
Clearly, I'm about them Harlem niggas. She about them Brooklyn niggas.
I'm about Queens and Brooklyn around there.
You might be a Bronx girl. You might be a Bronx girl.
Okay, I'm a Bronx girl. This is so exciting. I found my borough.
Be a little bit more Queensy. They're a little bit more. Yeah, she's more Queensy, like that kind of sophisticated.
I'm definitely Harlem, where it's like we think we're fancy, but we're actually hood. I'm Harlem all day long.
Oh, my ex is from Harlem. I love them Harlem niggas. Like,
I just feel like there's a road trip that's coming up real now. I mean, if New York wasn't the cesspool of
trip to the sex club, so when we
that is true. Wait, that was a valid point.
What?
Right now, New York is a cesspool of infection. Right now,
it is nasty.
Just we gotta wait a little bit on New York.
See, I know I should have went fucking last year.
Unless we got N95 masks. And
okay, Jill in Manhattan.
I'm on Manhattan.
Yes.
Thank you, Shanita. Thank you.
I like it. This is gonna be very good. It's gonna be like Sex in the City.
Yes.
Like when Boston infiltrates New York. Now
we
this
have
is
all
the
the
bus that we
stories
can
from New York.
curate. And then while we're on dates, Patricia will be at the Swinger app place. And those that want to go that route can go that route. I'm gonna be.
I'm just gonna just go do the unicorn thing, slide in, slide out.
I'm jumping in. I'm with Trish. I'm everywhere.
in and out. I mean, I don't think it's fair, Mo, because you got the pick of all.
You're a hater.
You got the pick of everything.
You're a hater.
Patricia also is.
Exactly. She's me too.
Hold on, wait a second. There's a difference. Hetero-flexible.
Hetero-flexible.
So I would prefer a man. I wouldn't date a woman.
No, I agree with that.
But I would sleep with them. So I do have a
but I would fuck them.
I will
so this is all we're talking about fucking right now. So
yeah, but then like
garden.
But then if I can't, I'll just slide to Jersey to my I have a married couple there. Oh, we'll talk about
We'll talk later.
Yeah, I'm blasting myself so crazy, yo. Your viewers are probably like, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah,
don't bring her back.
I think it's the best thing ever.
I love it. You see, I pick people for a reason.
It's fucking great. Joe, would you date a woman or would you just fuck a woman?
Or have you already done it?
Yeah, I've
now. Yeah.
I've been with a young lady.
Don't call her young lady. Like, why you sound like somebody's uncle? I didn't that young
like that, Joe.
Hey, young lady, how you doing?
Hey, I got a young lady.
Because I try to be respectful, but I mean, like, yeah, from that experience, I realized that women are a lot. And I definitely wouldn't date a woman. It's a lot. Like,
see, why you say it's a lot? Because, like, again, I wouldn't date a woman either, but I can say why it's a lot. Play.
Seeing as I was in an 11-year relationship with a woman, I can say why it's a lot. 1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah, like I already come in with my own feelings and emotions.
Take that do say right there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of feelings. Like that, literally, like every conversation is about feelings, and I don't want to feel so many.
Yes. See, so let me tell you something. When the first time I experienced having sex with a woman, it was so sensual, and I'm like, sis, I'm trying to get.
Well, yeah, the sex is I say is a different story.
Like I'm not trying to get sensual. Like I want to fuck. Like I want you to eat my pussy. I want to eat some pussy too. Like, what's up? You sitting on my face or not? Like, I don't want all this. Like,
look at Mo. Look at Mo.
Look at Mo. And you know when we log off, Mo's gonna probably try to do some extra shit.
This my bad.
Mo's gonna try to do some extra shit.
Y'all over there driving the boat, and Mo's like, oh,
that's all she wants.
Mo's like, damn, I should have brought that fucking strap.
I should have brought that strap. What's wrong with me? Shit.
I want to watch.
Me too.
Ooh, see, y'all would be good at the sex club because y'all little voyeurs.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely a voyeur. Oh my god, it would be so good.
That's the thing, the misconception about sex clubs. Like y'all,
you don't have to participate.
Yeah, people be thinking you have to fuck when you go there, and it's like, nah, nigga, there's people there that love to have sex.
Then I would do real good. I would be really good at the door. Give me your cell phones, and I'll just be sitting there like, oh, get it, nigga, yes, put a leg up.
See, there's people that love to have sex and have an audience. That's why they go to the sex clubs to fuck. And then there's people that love to just enjoy watching live sex happen. Yeah. So that's why the voyeurs go to the sex club to watch the fucking. So it's like, there's a little bit of everything.
Don't do me like that. Jamila said I'm looking like a creep. Wait a minute. Don't do me like that. Everything is consensual over here. Yeah, okay.
We be quiet, Shanita. Be quiet, because I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch this.
I know Jamila likes to, she's protective. She gotta be like.
I would definitely watch Jamila because she sounds. She sounds like she gets it in.
1,000%.
I can't see that I won't join in.
I'm joining.
To be honest with you, I think that all of my girlfriends, and I got like 5. I would literally 5. even some
Why
down.
didn't you wait till I finish the drink first?
4.5. I would legit watch them, and I think that I've asked all of you guys to watch at some point in life. I would legit watch you guys fuck, and I would just sit there like, yo, she's so dope.
Yo,
oh my god, she's
sexy
so dope.
just to watch. It's so sexy.
It is. Yeah, I'm totally a voyeur, but I don't. Do you think you'd feel comfortable with someone that you know watching you, or do you think you'd feel more comfortable with strangers watching you?
Stranger.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, stranger. I think.
Stranger.
I think it would be like
looking at me like, "Oh, Mo, girl, you crazy."
I think it would be cool, like
Because then they'll be like, nah, Mo, put your leg up, put your. And
Don't
it's
be
like,
giving me
bitch,
input.
don't be giving me no tips while I'm fucking over here.
Especially your friends. Your friends don't have no type of boundaries and stuff. And be like, bitch, toot that ass,
right? Like, no,
come over and be pressing you. That can you get the fuck off of me?
Right?
Can you leave me
I wouldn't
alone?
do it with no friends. It got to be a stranger.
Yeah, that's real.
That is, you know, I mean, whatever.
Have y'all ever had a friend that y'all wanted to fuck on the low? That was the same sex.
Jamila.
There it is. Jamila, your time.
You know, Jamila be.
Your time is
No,
now.
but I fantasize.
Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot,
I
Sauce.
wouldn't actually do it because I don't. Pussy is way too wet. Okay, I can only have.
But the
one
wetter,
of
the
those.
better, though. The wetter.
I know. I've heard. I mean, I know because I say that. But
when I suck dick, I'm like, the sloppier, the better, my nigga. Like, I need that shit all over. I'm spitting on it. I'm like throwing it. I'm throwing up on the dick. Like, what's good? Like,
I love her. I love her so much.
I want to be with her so bad.
So bad. I
No.
want to be with her.
I love her.
I love her a lot.
No. Yeah, like penis, I can deal with it. You know, vagina is just so like open. It's so wet. It's so like
That sounds
slidey. I know because I have one. I stay wet, but you know, like it's kind of like wet. But I'm like, geez, like, can both of us be so like that? Is so messy. Like,
I love it.
I fucking listen. I just really like so. Another, what was it? We was doing. I don't know. When I said the pegging, what was it? Like a fantasy or something? Another fantasy of mine is like I need to like squirt. That is motherfucking important. And I'm in class learning.
look, Mo's like, I got you.
I got you. Don't worry about that.
So first of all, I need to squirt, and then I need to have somebody squirt on me. So like,
Don't worry about that.
Who else in the comments be a squirter too? Because like I need to know what's going on.
I don't even know if I can. I don't know if
I
I.
don't know if I can either. I feel like I'm like the 1% that doesn't.
Yeah.
It's
Like how do I heard it's like a come hither motion. You have to pull in and then
I think you have to be in tune.
hither.
Have you guys ever bust a nut and still felt that intense feeling right after you bust a nut? No.
Like you want to buzz another one?
See,
Yeah, it's like you've already ejaculated, but then you're still like feeling like you need another release. You never had that moment?
Why your dick so hard?
No, I've never.
Okay, that was like a man. That was like a man. That was my clit doing that. My clit does that. So like after it happens, like my clit gets extremely big and sensitive, and that's when it's like I know, okay, I'm about to squirt because that's usually like that second crazy ejaculation.
Are you like a projectile squirter or are you more like
waterfaller? I'm a waterfaller.
Okay.
It sounds so messy.
It's magic.
It is
Especially when it
messy,
tastes
but
good.
the messier, the better.
Like, whose sheets is that happening on? Like,
You know what?
Mine.
It's not on mine.
It's on mine.
Oh,
I can take
oh,
responsibility
it's-
for my
oh, the
shit.
wetter the better, but it ain't
I gotta
happening
come
on
to your
my
house.
shit.
I gotta come to your house.
I'm gonna take full responsibility for my messes. It happens at my house. If it happens on yours, that's your business. You knew who you was dealing with. I don't know.
No, but if you were a squirter and I know you were a squirter, then we doing it at your house. Period. Because
alright.
you're not doing it at my house. Like that's it.
And can you are you supposed to be able to? I've seen it on the pornos.
I am not coming over to be fucking Molly the maid.
I've seen it on the pornos, but are you supposed to be able to make yourself squirt as well, or is
I
that
have.
something? Oh,
You
really?
should be able to do that too.
You have?
That's the reason why I recognize when it's gonna happen. If
Mhm.
I have that initial nut and I feel that intense feeling in my clit, I'm like, oh shit, let me see if I can make myself squirt. And it happens.
And then what do you do?
I'm a huge clitoration stimulation.
Clitoration stimulation.
Put a towel down.
And handle your BI.
Jamila just said she didn't want it to stop and something happened.
Wait a minute. I don't know.
I've only squirted doggy.
She said she got a Charlie horse, but she didn't want him to stop. So I was screaming from pleasure and pain.
No, because you know that might be sexy too. Like, because Charlie horses make you feel like you want to end it all.
I'm not having a Charlie horse during sex.
And they be like, ah, is it me or is it you like that? You like
That's
that? No,
sexy.
nigga, I got a cramp.
I need
I've
water.
had a cramp before during sex, and it's been like my toe has like froze up. The toe look like this. And I'm like, wait. Put my foot down.
Y'all, I'm done with all of y'all.
Help me, please.
Those be the worst cramps. But yeah, like.
So the other day, what happened?
Story time.
Okay, Jill got a story.
It's not a good story because the other day I was on some shit. I had some time on my hands. And so I was on some like, oh my gosh, I want to like give myself a really great orgasm.
Oh boy.
So, it didn't go so well. So like I put the it's like a vibrating yoni egg. So I put that in there, and then I was using like a regular like bullet on my clit, and I'm like, yo, this shit's about to be magical.
Oh, this shit's about to be crazy.
Okay, I was so amped. I was like, if I'm gonna squirt, this is the moment.
This is the time.
You got a lot going on.
It was a lot going on. I don't know what happened, but like the yoni
I don't know what happened.
Far in, and I had like a complete panic attack because I couldn't get it out. Like it was literally like stuck in there. And I'm like, God, who do you call? Who do you call?
Bitch, I got a Benoit story for y'all when y'all finish with Jill's story.
You don't call your friend.
I told you, so I would have called you. Luckily,
sex go to the ER. You got to go to the ER, sis. And then you got to sign up for the show so we can hear the story on the show.
You got to do your Kegels, and you really got to push down from within. And
no hot sauce, that don't work.
It was bringing it further up.
That don't work.
It was bringing it further up. It was a nightmare, and I died. But
how'd you get it out?
I finally relaxed, like after I panicked, and I calmed myself down, and
you jump up and down.
No, I really just had to get in there and relax my pelvic muscles and not, force it in deeper.
You was digging it
yourself,
like picking your head.
You fished it out yourself?
I had no choice because I told I was gonna call her, and she was like, "Don't, I'll never do that for you."
Wait, pause. Can I just pause?
Realize our friendship isn't real.
Is this the false alarm that y'all was talking about? The group chat?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. I just wanted to get that clarified. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Can you take the yoni out of no, bitch? I love you, but no.
You couldn't help a sister out.
No, what? Open it up.
It takes teamwork. I'm just saying it takes teamwork. I'm gonna share my story on your platform in a second, but it takes teamwork.
You know, like when something's lost under the couch, you like, let me get the room. Like,
it takes teamwork to find whatever's lost in the couch, does it not?
You could have worn gloves. I don't understand what the issue would have been.
Right. I mean, Jill, let me tell you, for a person that had that sort of kind of experience, I would have came through and helped you, sis.
But it was a Benoit ball for you, so was it your butt?
Whoa. Girl, what would you mean was it her butt? It was in her vagina.
No, I'm talking about you. You said with a Benoit ball.
Girl, with the Benoit ball, they don't go in your butt, sis.
Oh, what's the ones that go in your butt? The butt.
Celeste, did you have the orgasm after all? I did have the orgasm.
Did you have
the end of the story? They want the end of the story.
You had the orgasm before or after it got lost?
No, it was. I mean, I nutted and I was like, okay, I'm done. But then it was still in there vibrating, and that's when I realized I couldn't get it out. You know, the nut was amazing. That shit was. It was dope. It was a great experience.
Did you have another one?
I mean, that happened to me.
Did you have another one while you was trying to pull it out with all of the digging and the stuff around there?
Oh no, I was in the right mindset. I was panicked. I couldn't enjoy it anymore.
If you did go to the hospital, what would be your exact words to the doctor?
I'm not going to the hospital. I'm calling.
No, you have to, Jill, because you can't leave that in you. So you would have to have gone to the hospital for them to take it out.
How to be a millionaire? You don't phone a friend. You go to the hospital. I don't have.
I would love to see that story.
I don't got no one. If I don't have anyone in my life that will fish a fucking yoni I don't have real friends. This is all I'm saying.
This is what you're gonna get passionate about. You want to get passionate about your friends pushing a yoni egg out your pussy?
Are you shitting me right now?
Well, Jill, let me tell you, I'm your friend now, and so if you ever need me, yoni stuck situation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like
I
I'm
appreciate
come up in there. We gonna.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna be like, so you really called Patricia out of her bed to come fish that yoni egg out of your vagina.
Yeah,
so
you see,
this is really gonna do.
It shouldn't even have to come to Patricia. I should literally just be like, it's happening, and you should be like, okay, OMW. Like, it's the conversation.
I'm tapping.
How is this a real conversation right now? Are you
Absolutely
fucking
not.
Oh,
open up. Let me see. Oh, I see it. Let me get my camera phone. Let me get the light and the camera. Oh yeah. I hear it. Like what the fuck?
Exactly. What's the problem?
But Jill, it didn't come with like a little cord.
I know, but it vibrates.
It went really far up. I don't.
Jill, there has to be a little cord. I was
about to touch it.
Oh, she really did.
She can't go all the way. You know, I was
a nice one.
That was for show and tell because I thought we had a show and tell.
Let's have show and tell right now. Jill, can you go get what was lost in you, please?
Yes, let me tell you. This is
so I'm mad I didn't bring mine, but I'm gonna tell you about
10 frequencies. I couldn't even get past one. I was like, oh shit.
Let me see the frequencies.
But then it's a remote too. So I'm having fun by myself. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
God damn. I can't even get past two.
Wait, it's a remote. Where's the it has a remote with it?
Yeah, I have a remote.
Oh, I heard those are good when you have a partner so that they can control it.
Yeah, so that's why I bought it, right? So the nigga I'm fucking during quarantine, every once in a while I kind of pop it in there and then like
somebody said you got a deep box.
Somebody said what?
I got a deep box.
Damn.
That's a Benoit.
Not the Benoit. She lost the yoni. That is kind of crazy because you lost the yonis. My Benoits, I think my Benoits are in this bag too.
Come on, bag.
My Benoits are a little bit smaller. So these got lost.
Oh
yeah. That's easily losable.
So
how do you get that out once you
that's
put
how you get that thing tight?
Let me tell y'all, right?
That's how you get that thing tight.
So you know how I told y'all earlier in the show that I'm into like trying new things and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, when I bought these Benoit balls, he told me, yeah, you can throw them in there and fuck.
You can throw them in there, like put them in the crock pot.
Not if they're well endowed.
No, see. He's like, you could throw them in there and then you could fuck in them and like it's gonna bounce off his dick while it's bouncing off your wall and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm gonna throw the Benoits in the freezer and then we go, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm thinking like anything I can throw in the freezer and then throw in my vagina, we lit. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to use those for the guys who are not as endowed so that it fills up the space.
Right. Okay, so that's what I did. Okay, that's what I did.
He's like, that's how I fucked up.
That's what happened. So we fucking. He's like, yo, I don't feel them. I said, what you mean you don't feel them?
Where they at?
No, I don't feel them anymore.
Where they at,
like, sis? Okay, huh?
Where the Benoit balls go?
Exactly. I have no idea. So now
I'm standing
on top of my bed. I'm squatting, and he's like, yo, push them out. I said, what you think I'm doing with my pussy muscles, nigga? I do my Kegels every fucking day. Like, I'm pushing them out. They're not coming out. He's like, yo, I can't feel them. He finally feels them and he's like, yo, I can't cuff it through with my finger, but I can feel it. And so I'm like, yo, I can't go to the ER. Like this can't be
nice while he was looking for it. See, I be entertained by the wrong shit. Did it feel nice while he was looking for it? Like
while he was looking for it, like
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Cause then he's like, why are you so calm? I'm like, well, because you're not calm. I have to be calm.
It's magical.
So do you feel it over to the right side or like what? And then he's like, yeah, but I can't cuff it down. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just in a squat position and he's just, you know, we doing this for about 10-15 minutes. Then he's finally like, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna just go up in there and I'm gonna blow and then see if it comes down. And he was like, both of them came out crazy.
What?
Both of them just came out and I was like, thank God I don't have to go to the ER and tell these niggas that we was fucking and there's some Benoit balls stuck in there and we can't get them out. He just, I don't know why he thought of it, but he went up in there and was just like, and I heard them just
the sound effect.
Like they just came out. Both of them came out and I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Really?
That is so
on today.
Oh my gosh.
I want to try that. I want somebody to blow in me.
Yeah.
don't.
And the blow
I just want
crazy.
to
I
blow.
kind of
The
was
blow
like,
does
yo,
feel good.
the blow
Whoa.
was insane.
No, I'm be doing this.
That's the part of
Can
sex
you-
that I love. Like the random little shit like that turns me on more than the actual like sex act itself.
Yes.
I'm like shit,
foreplay.
nigga, I'll go stick
fun
something
time.
else up in there.
Play around. Let's explore each other's bodies.
Yeah.
Like, let's do all of that.
Yeah. Oh god.
What? Let me see this.
This is the
Oh,
cool.
what you got?
Nigga, how deep did it go? Because that's pretty
That's the
low.
yoni?
What you lost?
It I don't know what happened.
No, Jill, you got a deep
Bitch.
pussy. You got a deep pussy.
Bitch.
So whatever them niggas said in the comments, you got that deep pussy because there's no way
You lost
that shit in your pussy, and you got the little finger thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Bring it down.
It seemed foolproof that like this wouldn't happen, and it did. And that's why I panicked because it shouldn't. I thought I was safe, but I think the contracting of when I had the orgasm, I think the contractions of
Pushed it up more.
muscles just literally like it went.
Nigga, that shit went
sucked
to your
it up.
bladder.
Child.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Maybe you need a
Wow.
bigger yoni.
I'm scared. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this again.
She's like, I'm traumatized.
Is that the one that
I'm gonna
you
Jill, did you vaginally deliver your child, or did you have it C-section?
A C-section.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you used and had an orgasm on my couch when we was watching a nice TV?
Wait a minute.
What's going on?
Whoa.
It's very.
Whoa. I was not there for that.
What is
This when was this? Is like 2
You
years.
notice I'm offended that I was not there for that.
I did not
That
see
happened.
that.
But I was
No,
not there
we're
for that.
just
Excuse
chilling
me.
on the couch, and we had just got these yonis from shout out to Nini Femme Health, Narisa, and she came here after the episode, and we was just chilling, and she went in the bathroom and put it in, and then she came and sat on the couch like, oh, it's in. So I'm sitting there, we watching TV, and then she's just like riling up, like getting it in. And then next thing I know, she slides down to the floor because she's having a whole orgasm on my
Yes, Jill.
Jill?
Like,
I'm
this
fucking
fucks with Jill.
I'm so
disrespectful.
jealous. I'm so jealous.
You disrespect, you will sit on my good up couch. Release. We're supposed to be having a girls' moment watching TV, and here you is orgasm on my goddamn couch.
It's sometimes you just need to have a release. It doesn't matter where you are, what time it is. You just need the release. So I had that today. I was literally in the middle of work, just got done off a call, and the
It's
call.
just like if
Candy called me. She was like, "Hello."
it's like, yo, I gotta rub this out. Right?
Yeah.
That's
I
like,
was like,
sometimes
let me
you're
real
like,
quick.
yo,
Let me real
I
quick
just
run
gotta
to the
come and
back
just do
handle
this.
this.
That's why, yo, this quarantine shit and like working from home has been like phenomenal. Because sometimes I'm
Magic.
like, you know what?
During
Let me go
Zoom
sit up under
meetings.
this shower head real quick.
So, like,
I'm at it during Zoom meetings.
during quarantine.
Dead ass.
How often has your masturbation picked up since you've been locked in the house?
Absolutely.
Self-love is the best love.
Love. Period.
Period.
Yeah, especially when you're celibate or abstinent, you
Why
have
do you keep doing it? I'm trying
things yourself.
so hard to respect you, Jill, and you keep doing this to me. I'm gonna let you keep going. Go ahead, Jill. Go ahead.
Jill.
Celibacy.
Jill, are you only
Why
celibate because of this quarantine?
He's
like, if
not
you wasn't
celibate.
Quarantine, like if okay,
He's not fucking celibate.
so you got quarantine dick then?
Once by accident.
Once by
How?
accident, Jill. Don't
How
give
was
me
it by
that.
accident?
Put the
You
fell on
slipped
it?
and fell on it? You sat
It
on
just
it?
With a mask?
it wasn't planned. It wasn't the wave. I was doing
It wasn't the wave.
YKTV.
So Jill, you had this quarantine dick once, and then you never was like, yo, let me re-up. Like, let me call him back and get some more quarantine dick.
the thing is he was just passing through town. And then
Jill, hold on a second. He was
planned that.
passing
She
through town,
planned
and you
that.
didn't let him
She
quarantine for the
planned that.
14 days first?
She planned that.
it wasn't planned. It wasn't,
Mm.
I swear.
Joe.
I was
I
literally
thought you was the voice of
I'm
reasoning
doing
on
so
this show. I
good.
don't know no more.
I was
You know,
doing so
I watched the 4
good.
episodes, and I was like, you know what? Jill Badu is the voice of reasoning for
No,
these
she
shows.
is.
She's like the
She
balance.
just has a more serious voice.
She's
the
the
balance.
balance. But like, clearly you is not, baby girl.
She just has a serious voice. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's it. You is not the voice of reasoning, sis.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it really wasn't planned though, because here's the thing, right? It was a conversation. We talked for like fucking 5 hours. And so
that's called foreplay, bitch.
No, it felt super platonic and
super platonic.
No, it really.
You don't talk to no nigga for 5 hours in this.
That you ain't trying to.
No, I wasn't.
We know we gonna fuck.
Was you talking to him on the phone, or was you talking to him in your house?
We were face to face, but what
did you have on? What did you have on?
Like regular clothes, not even nothing. Legit, no, I swear, because he's my friend. So I thought
he's my friend with the dick.
With the dick that I sat on.
Jill, so you never thought that this friend you would ever fuck in your life? Because I got friends that I'm like, yo, nigga, I might, if
no, like it wasn't like it was our first time chilling. Like we had chilled before, and it had always been super platonic. So I didn't expect this to be any different. So he slid through town, and next thing I know, we were doing it.
We were just doing
it because we're 12.
We were doing it.
We were humping each other. Yeah.
Joe, you didn't even let him quarantine for the
so wait
before you guys just did
you got hoodwinked and bamboozled by a hug, my nigga.
A hug.
You was horny and
exactly.
Jill, that's exactly what it was.
It had been several months. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't just be hugging me all long and think that it's some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't think you're safe with a hug. Don't think you're safe, Jill.
So you already knew from jump you was finna fuck this nigga.
No, I didn't.
But if you haven't had sex for a long time, you invite a dude over and y'all sit in the house and talk for 5 minutes. What the fuck do you think is gonna happen?
Exactly.
Jill, you can't. So this person, you never considered like, yo, there's a possibility that if there ever was an opportunity, I'd fuck him. Yeah, cool, no problem. You never thought that?
That was never our vibe. The shit was always super platonic. I swear.
Okay.
Then the hug happened.
And all of a sudden,
super platonic.
Then all of a sudden, the pussy went crazy. No pussy went crazy.
And next thing I know, I'm hanging off the side of the bed.
Right. And he backstroking crazy, and I'm throwing it back.
And all of it is by accident.
I had legit. It happened at the goodbye. After 5 hours of conversation, hug, and then it was like, oh,
hug.
But Jill, what you thought was gonna happen after 5 hours?
That man wasn't plotting just to talk to you for 5 hours.
He was just over there chilling. He wanted to talk. He wanted some pussy.
So you think I got finessed?
Yes.
You didn't get finessed.
I
was in for the long game.
I just think you try to put in the work, and you put in the work with the 5 hour conversation, and he did your part.
And you did your 1, 2. You did what it did.
I definitely did relapse. Like I was clean for so many months because remember I gave it up for Lent after the sex party episode. I was like, you know what? I make really terrible decisions with my pussy. So I'm going to go, I'm going to be abstinent. And I was doing super good. And then I thought I was safe because we were in fucking quarantine. So it didn't matter. And then this happened. So, but I'm back. I'm back good again.
Welcome back, babe. Welcome back.
You back good again until when though?
Exactly.
The next hug? The next 5 hour conversation? You good?
The next quarantine dick?
The next passing through dick?
We gotta start wrapping this up though. But are you planning on having any more quarantine dick?
I'm having fun with y'all.
I'm not planning on it.
You're not planning on it, but are you open to it?
Jill, hold on. So when did this actually happen? Like, was this in the last month or was it like in the last 2 months?
It was in the last month. Please don't claim celibacy. And
so if it happened in the last month, Jill.
None of that. None of it.
Upakwe, like it might happen again in the next month. And, I had to throw you. I had to throw you a little crayon.
In that building.
No, because he's not local. So that's the thing. I feel like
so if he's passing through again, you're just like, oh yeah, we're friends. Like yada yada yada.
The audience wants to know: was the relapse worth it?
Yes. Let me know. Did he dick you down, right, girl?
He did.
Ooh, bitch, it's finna happen again, man. If he finna pass through.
What if he's not
okay
passing
with you
through?
Not being celibate,
what if he comes to get it? What if he's not passing through? What if he's just like, yo, Jill, I'm gonna hop on a plane real quick. I'm gonna see you. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, we'll sit down and have another 5-hour conversation.
Jill, I swear to God, if you don't schedule a fucking babysitter, I'm gonna be fucking tired. Cause you know the hotels open up like on Monday. So like if you don't get it together,
she said on Monday.
All right. Like if you don't fucking get it together, because outside is opening up slowly but surely. Like, come on. See, the silence let me know what it is, because you're gonna fuck them again. Period. That's it.
Your cars just be getting pulled even by the guests, Jill.
Damn.
Dang.
I just want the record to reflect. I want the record to reflect. It don't be me. This bitch full with good information and good content.
I'm just letting you
like,
know.
I don't have nothing to say.
But Jill, let me tell you, it would be me too, because I would probably already have it scheduled. So when the next time you try to come through, I mean, I'll pay for the flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would already have it scheduled. So like, I'm just saying to you, it's okay if you be able to be honest. Communication, remember? Full circle.
Get yours, bro.
Get yours.
Get your quarantine dick, bitch. Get your quarantine dick.
Okay, I'll go get it.
I'm gonna go get mine.
I'm gonna go receive my quarantine.
Get that fucking shit, man.
Yo, Celeste said she baby with Jamila. Nah, man.
Nah, not with Jamila. Not with Jamila. Nope.
You put a few drinks in Celeste. She ain't baby.
Jamila said I'll babysit.
Exactly.
Don't give them your children.
Celeste said that shit.
Do not give them your children.
Bitch, I'll babysit too. What's up? Like, my house child proof. Like, come on. Okay? Like, what's up? I got you, Joe.
Yeah, but I'm
in this quarantine.
So any last words before we wrap up?
Damn, I don't even want to wrap up.
She's like, I'm not doing this.
We can do a part two. We can do a part two later.
Yeah,
I gotta
eat. We gotta bring you back for sure. We gotta bring Patricia back.
Yeah, because I gotta find out. And it has to be. I wish we were getting out closer to when we knew when we were getting out, so that we can take the road trip and then come back and have the episode.
Ooh, that would be girl. The
recap
episode
how
would
it
be
was.
fucking crazy.
It would
I'm
be
just
crazy.
gonna tell y'all right now. Like, if we go, I'm fucking. So
that's the
if y'all don't see me,
that's not the point.
Right? But you know, see, Hot Sauce and Jill's gonna look. That
No.
Gonna fuck.
No, I will probably
gonna
be
go find somebody to fuck. So I might be gone for a little bit, but just don't
I'm gonna
me.
be the only one that's probably not fucking. The rest of you guys are very, very
about
good at
that
this.
She got real quiet.
All the rest of y'all about this shit. That's why every time I'm on here, I'm like, I need to grow up. All of my friends are grown. They're grown ass people, and I'm childish as fuck. I really need to. I do. I'm trying. When I go to New York, I'm fucking too.
Just find me somewhere in the showers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And tell me, yo, the Uber's outside, and I'm gonna get ready.
When we go
Trish,
to New York.
Trish, hurry up. Get that nut.
When you gonna grow up, Hot Sauce. This is your grow up field trip. When we go to New York, you're gonna grow up.
I'm gonna grow up.
You're gonna grow up.
I'm here for it.
We're gonna make sure that you grow up. And Jill, I can't point at her in the room, but
see,
yes, we're gonna make sure.
So much peer pressure. My God.
Oh,
I mean, is it though? Once you get a little loose in the good,
little drivage of the boat.
and you know, New York be having like black nights, so it's like,
oh, they do.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find like a good sex place with black night, and then you're gonna be like, ooh,
melanin magic.
Melanin.
You probably be sharing dick that you wasn't even expecting to be sharing dick with. Like,
how
okay,
you doing? Oh, let me get up. When you finish with that, then that's my way.
I got next. Like on some like PS4 shit. I got next.
Shit. You about to be done? Me, yeah. I'm gonna come over there. Now you stay there. I'm gonna come over there.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Jill. We just said forget your whole schedule. Sorry.
Last words, Patricia. Last words.
I love y'all. Y'all were dope, and I don't want this to fucking end. So we got to definitely part 2.
We definitely got
after we do some research.
Yes, we will. I mean, you are a guaranteed comeback.
For sure.
That we feel like we not having that motherfucker back on here.
No,
but you know, like
guaranteed.
You guaranteed comeback. This is the type of shit that that's that shit. Where can we find you and all of your great stuff and all of your greatness?
From Twitter to Instagram, Miss Never on Time. Y'all will find me talking sex shit. I probably will have some crazy pics on there. I'm always doing polls. Don't be scared to get up in my DMs too. Like I love talking to people and having conversations. Y'all probably would start seeing some of my schoolwork up there. So definitely I want y'all to start having those conversations so I can know how to curate shit. And then like again, I'm trying to do the sex shit. Really fucking am, but you know I might have to put a paywall because you know not everybody gonna pay.
Yeah,
not everybody gonna pay.
Right.
So if I have to put a paywall up, best believe I'm gonna fucking do it. Like that makes it super exclusive. That makes it that nobody can say shit. And then Hot Sauce is gonna be there, security coordinator. She's gonna take all the fucking cell phones. Ain't nobody taking no snaps, no motherfucking pictures, no nothing. We just in there having a good time.
Y'all might see me hemmed up on the corner doing some light necking.
But you know what, Hot Sauce, we gonna try to get you onto a little BDSM shit. So I might have to like secure some sort of crazy room. I mean, we ain't gonna do that.
No, none of that.
But you know, we might have you tied up some crazy way or something, and you know, have some nigga all up in your ass or some shit like that.
Maybe put some clamps on your nipples instead of licking of the nipples.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are terrible. Oh my. And Mo, since you're right next to her, tell us where we can find you. Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and I think on Twitter. I'm still Ms. Mofilla on Twitter. MZMOPHILA. You can also follow my podcast, Let's Get Naked, LEZGETNAKED. Am I spelling? Because the Deuce is doing a lot. But yeah, season 2 ramping up soon. And yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. Jill, to you, baby.
You can find me at Jill_Badu on Instagram and Jill Badu on Facebook.
Yep.
And you can find me everywhere, Miss Hot Sauce to you across all social media, Henny and Hot Wings across all social media, Spark FM across all social media. Make sure you purchase your merch. If you're single as fuck, if you're private, you're complicated, you got that big dick energy, you a zaddy, you thick as fuck, all of that thing, just go to Miss Hot Sauce to you /shop Henny and Hot Wings. And you can find us across Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, TuneIn, SoundCloud, wherever you can find it. Just Google Henny and Hot Wings. We out here. With that said, people, we are officially
out of here. Peace.
Wait, how do I turn it off now?
Here we go again.
I always had that problem. How you not turn it off?
All right, let me see.